You are about to learn exactly how to build and sell GoHighLevel's Conversation AI. This is a full 3-day breakdown of how to pick a niche, how to build your first AI system, and how to land your first paying client. But before we dive in, if you want to follow along and build this yourself, grab your extended 30-day free trial of GoHighLevel. The link is in the description. Normally, meron lang silang 14-day free trial, but with the link in the description, you'll have a full 30-day free trial with GoHighLevel. And the best part is, it is completely for free to get started. So without further ado, let's head to the video. Let's get started with day number 1.
So let's get started. Let's dive in. So day 1. Start tayo sa day 1. And by the end of day 1, the goal within day 1, itong day 1 natin dito, is that by the end of day 1, you guys should be able to say this clearly. I help who, which is type of niche, fix a specific problem. We'll be figuring that out as well. I'll give you guidance kung paano maka-figure out kung anong klaseng problem yung may solve natin for them using an AI system that delivers a specific outcome. And this will already make you ahead of most beginners because by this point, you're no longer going to be sort of like a freelancer or generalist na trying to service as much people as possible, looking for that next client with a different niche or industry. By this point going forward, you'll be, sticking to a niche and aiming to solve a specific problem within a niche. So I'm hoping it's not rocket science so far. So start tayo sa step number 1. This is a 7-step process if I'm not mistaken. But step number 1, ito yung unang yung kailangan marinig. You need to reset your thinking. You need to reset the way you see yourself, and you need to reset yung mga sarili yung voices, sarili yung limiting beliefs in some sort of way. It's because most people fail because they believe, number 1, I need to learn everything first. It's the most common observation na napapansin ko. People think they need to learn GHL top to bottom or GoHighLevel top to bottom just to sign their very first client. It could not be further from the truth. Yun yung pinakauna sa lahat. You don't need to learn GoHighLevel top to bottom. Just to mention, or just like an example, si Andrew, yung nag-present last Friday, ang nako-consider niya sarili niya na he's the best at is AI stuff within HighLevel. But when it comes to A2P, compliance, registration, mga ganong phone number stuff, and maybe the other technicalities ng HighLevel, nilalayuan niya. That only means na hindi mo kailangang maging master ng lahat ng features within HighLevel. Okay? So you just need to be great at one area within HighLevel and be, fairly decent sa ibang features. Alright, moving forward, here's another belief. May one tao. I need to be an expert before I sell. Could not be further from the truth as well. Yung kailangan mo muna maging expert. It's because I have my own definition ng pagiging expert. I consider someone as an expert if you're someone na nagstay sa isang field or sa isang domain or sa isang expertise, sa isang skill set for long enough that you have committed shitloads of mistakes. And sorry for the words, but that's just how I see someone being an expert. Kasi sa mundo ng internet, ang dami nag-claim, GoHighLevel expert. I can see it all over the internet. And then they share their experiences na they've been at it for 2 months, 3 months, and then GoHighLevel expert. It's up to them kung totoo yun or not, but the way I see it, you need to give yourself time and you need to be able to make lots of mistakes in order for you to become an expert. That's how I see it, kasi you learn from your mistakes and you become better dahil sa mistakes na yun. And being an expert doesn't necessarily mean you know what to do. Another area ng pagiging expert kasi na hindi naintindihan ng karamihang tao is that you also need to know alin yung mga kailangan mong i-avoid doing by becoming an expert, kumbaga. I hope that makes sense. Pero yun, belief number 2 na kailangan yung iwasan is I need to be an expert before I sell. No, everyone starts somewhere. There's a first time for everything. This is a good start. Itong may ganito tayong 3-day sprint and you can definitely get started. You don't need to be an expert, kumbaga. Next, third one. I need the perfect niche. I need the most profitable niche. I need the most, recommended niche ni Coach Matt or ni Sir Matt. Ano kayang niche yung dapat kong puntahan? Honestly, when it comes to niches, the past couple of years na itong term na to na niche, this has been thrown around a lot sa business world, sa freelancing world. And when it comes to picking a niche for yourself, the best way to pick a niche is just go for something that resonates with you. And a lot of you guys, mga beginners pa lang dito, you don't really need to stress out too much kung aling niche yung kukunin mo because it won't be permanent, kumbaga. So like, kung kukuha tayo ng niche mo today, within this day one, right? It's not going to be your forever niche, kumbaga. You can switch niches every 3 months probably kapag na-try mo na talaga and then it just doesn't make sense. Maybe every 6 months magta-try ka ng ibang niche. Perfectly fine. Lalo kung nagsa-start out ka pa lang. You're trying to get the hang of it. You have like that permission na mag-niche hopping. That's what they call it, niche hopping. Mag-try ka ng iba't ibang niche, go for something that resonates with you, and then go from there. My only word of advice here sa paghahanap ng niche mo is don't go niche hopping too much because later on may realize mo na lahat naman ng niche merong shitty side, kumbaga. Lahat ng niche may bad side na tinatago ng mga tao, kumbaga. It may look attractive, depende sa kung paano nila ina-advertise or depende sa kung paano nila pinapakita yung niche. But really, lahat ng niche may downside, may pros and cons. And so just stick to a niche that resonates with you and a niche na maybe kumbaga ikaw rin mismo you have some sort of curiosity within that niche and you'll go from there. All right. So most people fail because they believe yung tatlong yan, they believe that to themselves, and like I said, none of that is true, okay? Yung tatlong yan. If you want to, you can note this down, but I'll give you guys like a playbook right after this. So moving forward, you need to keep in mind that you only need the following. Number one problem, because we'll only be solving one problem to simplify everything. Number two, one type of business, which is a niche. It's easier to identify a problem if meron kang niche or meron kang type of business or industry na tina-target. One simple AI system as the solution to solve a problem. This should make sense. And lastly, you only need one client, one paying client at least, just to see that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and all of this makes sense. So far, step one pa lang tayo. How is it so far? Are you guys still with me? W's in the chat kung buhay pa kayo. This shouldn't be rocket science, right? Okay pa? There we go. Yeah. Do you guys love how simplified this is? I made it like binake-down ko talaga siya ng super para lang easily understandable. Okay, 75 people in here. Love it. All right, let's move forward. Step number 2, kuha tayo ng niche nyo. Like I said, we'll start with a single niche, okay? And ito yung fun part because like the whole world is your playground. Dito na mag-make sense kung paano ka mag-aaral talaga moving forward. Na you're not gonna be just a freelancer anymore or a service provider anymore. You're gonna be type of person na magsasolve na talaga ng actual problems. So like I said earlier, you are not choosing a forever niche. You're not choosing a permanent niche na dun ka na magsa-stick by for the rest of your life. You're just choosing your starting niche, something that resonates with you. You can switch niches later. As an example, nag-start talaga ako ng niche sa solar companies. And then later on, like probably a year and a half later, napunta ako sa life coaching along the lines na Tony Robbins, yung ganong niche, life coaching, wellness, manifestations, ganun, because I've worked with a coach. And then so like it's not a forever niche, kumbaga. It's just completely up to you if you're gonna stick with it or completely up to you kung saan ka nag-resonate. So you're just choosing a starter niche, and a good beginner niche is a high ticket niche. I'm gonna quickly explain kung bakit magandang mag-start ka with a high ticket one. The primary reason why is because ang high ticket, and by the way, define ko muna high ticket. Maybe some of you guys hindi naintindihan high ticket niche. So high ticket only means in like money-wise relative naman talagang expensive tsaka cheap. But high ticket means you're selling something na is not that cheap, kumbaga. Hindi siya low price, hindi siya low ticket. High ticket siya because it's something na mataas talaga yung bayad. As an example, home remodelers. It's not cheap to renovate a kitchen. It's not cheap to renovate a bathroom na bago lahat. It's also not cheap, as an example, mga solar companies. Yun din yung starting niche ko. I went for solar companies. It's not cheap na mag-install ng solar companies, and yung mga taong may pera yung nakakabili nun. And so the reason why I would really recommend as a beginner na mag-start kayo with high ticket niches, it's because you don't need to generate a lot of customers for these businesses because, like I said, matataas yung binabayad ng customers nila. So if you're able to help them generate an extra 1 or 2 customers within a month, it should make sense na may ROI yung ino-offer mo. So to further break that down para magets nyo, as an example, solar companies, tinarget ko before, I built a website for them before na may solar savings calculator, and I told the client, if this website helps you convert like a customer within this month, and I only charge you like $400, $500 every single month, does that make sense? I only charge $400 or $500 per month, and then yung nakukuha niya from one customer is north of $5,000 or north of $15,000. Yun yung average ng residential solar. $10,000, $15,000. Nandun yung average. In a sense, I'm making him more money with the systems that I'm developing, and it's just easier that way kumpara sa low ticket na niche. I hope that makes sense so far. All right, moving forward. Now, a good starter niche has 4 qualities. Number 1, good starter niche, merong regular flow of new leads. The reason why quality ng isang good business at least, ang may regular flow of leads, is because if they don't have a regular flow of leads, your systems won't work. I will be, like, maybe some of you guys are thinking na yung AI systems na madadevelop within GoHighLevel can generate leads. No, it can help convert those leads, but it does not generate leads. Ang simplest definition, or like, the way you generate leads is through reaching out, like cold outreach or warm outreach, cold calling and cold emailing, whatever it is. Iba't ibang methods pa. Posting organic content, yun yung nakikita sa social media, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, yun yung organic content, free method of, generating leads. And then lastly, yung paid ads, yun yung Facebook ads, Google ads, LinkedIn ads maybe. And so, with that being said, yung mga AI systems na kaya natin i-develop, it does not generate leads. It converts leads, it helps nurture the leads, but it does not generate leads. So if you're looking for a business to work with, yun yung una nyo i-check. Go for a niche na syempre, high ticket, and then whenever na may kausap ka ng potential client, yun yung una nyo i-check. Do they have a regular flow of new leads? If wala, it kind of doesn't make sense na nag-optimize kagad kayo ng nurturing. What would make sense to that business is to figure out how to generate a regular flow of new leads, which is a different topic, kumbaga. We can spend like 3 or 4 hours para lang pag-usapan yun. We're not gonna do that. And by the way, before I move on din sa ibang qualities, here's like a niche list na I prepared for you guys as well. It's a document. Let me actually share it without breaking this. So, gawin ko na lang siyang viewer. Gawa na lang kayo ng copy maybe. So, I'll share the link here sa Google Meet, and you guys could grab your own copy. So basically, for this document right here, you guys would be able to see home improvement. Like I said, top tier yan, yung mga high-ticket niches. These are the examples. You can go through that. Don't worry, we'll figure it out in just a second, how you guys could, pick a niche na nag-resonate sa inyo. Here are other example, medical, health, and wellness. You can just look at these ones. I can remember inaral ko rin before. I didn't go through it, but inaral ko rin before yung mga, where is it? Med. Eto. Inaral ko rin to before yung mga meds pa. Not that nag-resonate siya sa akin, but like, it's just a high-ticket niche, and nadaanan ko siyang, ginusto ko siyang aralin, but I didn't proceed with it. So, these are great niches, kumbaga. So, ayun. Just take the document with you, grab your copy maybe, or save the link, whatever it is. Yeah, go for it. Going back, that's the niche list, right? Now, dito tayo, let's 4 qualities. Tapos na tayo sa regular flow of new leads. Number 2, you also need to check is they are losing leads. Maybe kasi you might come into a business na meron silang regular flow of new leads, and then they're not losing leads. So like dialed in na yung nurturing system nila, and they're not looking for a solution. Wag mo na silang bentaan because they're not really in need of help. Look for a business na they are actively losing leads or mababa yung conversion rate sila. Meaning, if they have like 1,000 visitors sa website nila, and only like 5 or 10 people buy, you can help them out na ma-close more than that, kumbaga. And so, syempre, in industry average, it all varies yung numbers na yun. But that's just a good quality to look for if you're going to implement your AI systems. And mas iba-value ng mga ganong klaseng business yung systems mo because you're helping them optimize their current operations. Number 3 is that normally, yung ibang niches, not all niches has this, but If they book appointments, that is a good one as well because of the fact na we can set up AI systems within a high level that helps them with their booking appointments. And you guys should already know this na may calendar system within a high level, and merong automated confirmation emails, SMS as well, and reminder emails and reminder SMS as well for appointments. So you guys should already know this. Some niches has appointments, some doesn't, but yeah, should work. Then lastly, they make good money per customer. Like I said, high ticket, so they should be making good money per customer. You're gonna really struggle if you go for along the lines of mga e-com na niche. It's because, as an example, if they're selling like a bubble gum na maybe $5 per piece, you're gonna need to generate them like hundreds of customers, like 500 customers, just so ma-define sa kanila yung ROI ng services mo, which makes it a lot for you, kumbaga. A lot of work on your end just to justify the ROI ng offer mo. Meanwhile, if you just help out high-ticket niches, just help them generate a customer or two, or maybe even some mga dental clinics, help them with like maybe just 5 or 10 mga dental patients within a month. It should already make sense for them. So they make good money per customer. And now scrolling down here, do not research and compare niche too much. Just pick one that resonates with you the most and go from there. Momentum over perfection. Pick one. You can do this right after this day one. Just pick one niche, a single niche, go from there. Wag mo na i-overthink na, what if ito kaya? And then what if i-check ko kaya? What if you will know kung alin dyan sa mga niches na yun nag-resonate sa'yo? Something you're curious about, something na maybe may hobby ka, you will know it, right? So just pick one and then go from there. You can switch niches months down the line. Okay, right. How's step 2 so far? Do we have any questions? I want it to be interactive and engaging. Do you have any questions? How about recruitment as a niche? Do you mean like for mga HR recruitments? I'm not sure. Recruitments as a niche. I personally wouldn't go for it. Or maybe I'm just underskilled when it comes to recruitment companies. I would just go for the niche list na nilagay ko dito. So yeah, wala rin akong personal experience with recruitment, so I'm very sorry. Anyone else know my question? If wala na, yeah, let's move forward. Step 3. All right, now let's identify the real problem. And like I said, we're only going to be solving a single problem for these businesses. Beyond that, extra na lang yun. Let's focus on just solving one problem and solve it ng, perform or execute it ng efficiently, kumbaga. And so, like I said, remember, you're selling a solution to a problem for this one. Kaya we need to specify kung ano yung real problem. So for you to understand your niches even further, you need to ask yourself these questions. So ito yung primary questions. What happens when they miss a lead? Number 1, what happens when they miss a lead? Number 2, what happens when they reply late? What happens kapag you can also even assess yourself. Kapag may tinawagan kayong dental clinic, I've recently gone through the same experience. Pag may tinawag kayong tawagan or i-text na dental clinic and you're already in pain as a customer, you need like a dentist, you need to talk to a dentist. May tinawag kayo tawagan, may tinawag kayo text, and then hindi sumagot, kahit ba within office hours naman, what do you do as a customer? Can you guys type it in the chat? Pag tinawagan niyo isang dental clinic, nag-text kayo and then hindi sila sumagot, what do you do as a customer? Drop it in the chat. Obviously, we all know this. You look for another clinic. You look for like a nearby, a competitor of that dental clinic na maybe sumagot because you're in need of help. You're looking for help and you want to talk to someone, right? So lost lead. Yes, there we go. When this happens, you can already consider it as a lost lead. They are losing business. They are losing money, kumbaga. So that's like one of the primary questions. Another is this one. What happens when they forget to follow up? Nag-ask ng question, nagkaroon ng inquiry, slight conversation, then later on, no more follow-ups or no more nurturing process, kumbaga. What happens after that? So for you, here are like secondary questions for you to ask. So kunwari, let's put it in the standpoint ng solar company because I don't know kung anong niche yung pipili nyo later or anong niche yung you're going to be going through. So these are, let's put it in a context na for solar companies. If they miss 5 leads in a month, how many of those could have been customers? If they miss like 5 leads, let's call it 10 for the sake of mathematics. Let's say, for example, within a month, isang solar company, 10 ang hindi nakausap, 10 yung na-miss na leads, 10 yung nawala na leads. Within that 10 na customers or leads, you can easily ask a business owner kung kamusta yung conversion rate nila when it comes to converting leads into paying customers. They might say numbers along the lines of 20%, maybe 10, maybe 30%, whatever the number is. So you can already demonstrate it to the client na or to the potential client na hypothetically speaking, if if you're missing that much leads, kumbaga, the point is you're missing money, kumbaga, just by made-demonstrate mo sa kanila yung amount of money na nawawala just by understanding the numbers. And I want you guys to go through this question because ikaw mismo, you also need to understand the value of the problem that you're trying to solve. If you know for a fact, na as an example sa solar company, if you know for a fact na they are missing or may isa or dalawang customers silang nawala within this month, you can help them recover that. You can help them recover that and lagyan mo ng monetary amount yun. As an example, the solar niche, a minimum na ticket size dun is $10,000. So if you can help them with just one or two customers, you can help them with $10,000 or $20,000, and you're only charging like probably less than $1,000 per month. So I want you guys to go through this questions at least. What is the average value of one customer in this niche na meron kayo? So if it's a dental clinic, you can look at mga industry average, and you can even ask ChatGPT for help when it comes to answering these questions, just so magkaroon kayo ng mas deeper na understanding sa sarili yung niche. You can take a screenshot of this if you guys want to. Meron din namang, it's part of the guide as well din naman. But ayun, if you guys just want to take a screenshot of this. What happens when they reply late? How long does this niche usually take to reply? There's probably a case study into this. There's probably an article about this. How many leads go to competitors because of slow responses? Ang daming studies about yan. Supposedly, case studies, even podcasts. Nakikinig ako ng podcasts before just to understand solar companies even better. What happens if someone waits 6 to 12 hours after inquiry? And I want you guys to study yung mga ganyang bagay just so you could understand how much these businesses are losing just by not being on top of their systems, kumbaga. And so these questions will be essential later para mas confident kayo mag-demonstrate ng value ng AI systems nyo, and you're not coming in to a discovery call or to a sales call na you just know the price of your system and you're hoping to the gods of sales na bilhin niya yung sistema mo. You need to understand the ROI behind it as well. So what happens when they forget to follow up? How many leads ghosts the business because no one followed up? How many leads don't decide immediately, and how much reminders is a good amount of reminders para ma-convert ang mga leads? So yun, I'm hoping you guys took note of these. But yeah. And now you need to understand the ROI of your system. So tulad ng ulit-ulit kong nasabi earlier, you need to understand or you need to find out ano yung industry average na value ng isang customer or price na binabayad ng isang customer, because yun yung masasagot mo dito. How much is one customer worth in this niche? As an example, solar company, minimum is like $10,000 on average at least. So you need to understand yung average deal size, yung binibenta nila. For me, solar companies na naiintindihan ko, $10,000 to $15,000. Typical service cost, you also need to look into this. Hindi mo naman kailangan kabisaduhin yung numbers. Just know the approximate number at the back of your mind. It will help you later when it comes to dealing with business owners and when it comes to speaking with business owners. And lifetime value as well ng mga customers if it's a recurring customer. As an example, may mga customers na recurring sa mga dental clinics na paulit-ulit yung mga visits. Maybe nagpa-install ng braces and then may multiple visits yun. As far as I know, you can let me know. But ayun, you can also look into this, yung lifetime value ng mga customers if they are recurring. So like in a span of 6 months or in a span of 12 months, ganun, find out the lifetime value. These are questions na you're gonna need to go through for you to understand the ROI and for you to understand the problem that you're trying to solve and the value of the problem that you're trying to solve for a business owner or for a specific business. And now, what would happen if your system saved just one or two of those lost leads? Ito yung paulit-ulit ko yung reiterate. So you need to ask these questions. If they closed one more deal this month, how much is that additional revenue? Or if they close two more deals extra yun na, like on top of what they're currently doing. If you help them generate 2 more deals within this month, how much is that additional revenue for them? You need to find out that number as well. And this is the part, pag natanong nitong question na to sa sarili nyo, this is the part where you will realize that charging 10,000 pesos not dollars. This is the part when you'll realize charging 10,000 pesos, roughly $200 less, or charging 20,000 pesos, roughly $400 less per month feels cheap, and it feels like undervalued if you charge anywhere ng ganyan because you're dealing with high ticket ones. Does this make sense so far? Yung identifying the real problem and like finding out the value ng problem. Are you guys catching along? I'm hoping nothing sounds too crazy. And don't worry, you execute after this day one, by the way. Wouldn't recommend you guys doing this while we're going through it. You can go through the whole steps after itong day one event na to, and you can go through this on your own time. Ideally, listen kayo right now and maybe ask questions. How about one-time deal yung gagawa ka funnel with AI automation? You see, would you really like to? I mean, it really depends if you just want to build it once and then they pay you once and then buy. Kumbaga, for me, I would rather prefer them to pay me month after month just so I can build on top of current revenue, kumbaga. Just so nako-compound ko yung revenue month after month, and I'm not always chasing for new business, or I'm not always chasing new clients to work with month after month. All right, let's move forward. Step 4, create your offer. You do not need a complicated offer. You do not need like an offer that sounds way too sophisticated. You just need, you can use this template. A very simplified template. And by the way, before I started out with a similar template, by the way, I help niche, insert your niche, fix, insert the problem by installing an AI system that provides this outcome. Puno na notebook ko sa lessons mo, coach. It's awesome to hear. So you can use this template. I help a specific niche fix a specific problem by installing an AI system that delivers a specific outcome. So here are examples. I help clinics stop missing patient inquiries by installing an AI receptionist that answers and books automatically. Very simple offer, very straightforward. And just by having this simple offer, you should be able to find your very first client. There should be someone out there willing to give this a shot, and you can refine your offer later. So keep it simple for now. Sabi nga ni Sean Clark, for gosh sakes, keep it simple. I help gyms convert more website visitors by installing an AI system, AI chatbot that qualifies and schedules member trials for gyms, kumbaga. And so there should be a gym or maybe a fitness coach na would be interested to find out more about this, yung mga ganyang offers. I help salons stop losing leads through DMs by installing an AI that replies instantly and books appointments. Very straightforward. So it should focus on outcome, simplicity, and clarity. If I were to do it all over again, ganito yung gagawin ko. I help solar companies. Before kasi, what I used to do is I used to develop websites for them na may solar savings calculator, na mention ko siya earlier. But kung lalagyan ko siya ng AI feature, I help solar companies convert more sales by installing an AI chatbot that calculates savings, answers questions, and captures qualified leads automatically. So that later on, yung salespeople ng solar company, tatawagan yung lead na yun, and with the information provided nila, ayun, with the ultimate goal na ma-close yung lead, makabenta, and ultimately help the business. Does this make sense? Ayun, that's how I would do it if I were to start this all over again. So if you were to create your offer, simplify it, make it focused sa outcome, sa pagde-deliver ng outcome na you're solving a problem for them, and clarity as well. Make it clear, make it easily understandable why is it an easy offer to say yes to, kumbaga. And don't worry, ma-refine pa natin to later as we go through this 3-day sprint. But yeah, let's move forward. Let me know if my questions kayo dito sa step 4. But yeah, let's move forward. Step 5, positioning. Here's why someone should trust you. You might be thinking by this point na why would they trust me? I'm new. Like, let's say for example, sinabi mo tong mga ganitong bagay, I help gyms convert more website visitors by installing AI receptionists or AI systems, AI chatbots that qualifies and schedules member trials. Now, you might be wondering, bakit nila ako pagkakatiwalaan? I'm new to this. I'm brand new, but Why would they trust me? Beginner lang ako, wala akong portfolio, wala akong testimonials, wala akong credentials and all that. Why would they trust me? The truth is, you're not positioning yourself as number one, an AI expert. I am not. I'm making it clear right now na I don't want any of you guys to claim na isa kayong AI expert, okay? You can just be upfront honest with it. People would be completely fine with it. Just state the facts and tell the truth. You are not an AI expert yet. Number two, a consultant. You're not positioning yourself as a consultant who has done this thousands of times before. And not to mention, AI, it hasn't been around ng ganun katagal. It has been around since like 2023, if I'm not mistaken, nung release ni GPT. So like, you can't really mention na you're someone who has done it thousands of times before. Maybe someone has, but I would not recommend na you're positioning yourself as a consultant who has done this thousands of times before. Or I don't want you guys to position yourself as a guru who knows it all. Just give yourself that permission. And I can't believe how many times sinasabi ko to. Give yourself that permission na marami ka pang hindi alam, yes. And that's okay. You can still proceed on helping businesses even if marami ka pang di alam. At this point, marami rin akong di alam. I'll be honest. I'm just teaching you guys stuff I geek out, mga stuff na I know about, kumbaga. But give yourself that permission na marami kang hindi alam and still be able to help out businesses. So you're not a guru who knows it all. You are positioning yourself as a system or a system builder or installer, a problem solver because you're solving a specific problem, you're understanding a specific problem within a business and you understand the value of that problem that you're trying to solve. And you're a specialist in one thing. You're a specialist in solving a single problem within a single niche or a single industry. This should make sense. And it shouldn't be too intimidating, kumbaga. If you can just solve one problem for them, kumbaga, and you have done your research for that problem, it should be, I honestly think mas ano pa nga ito eh, mas predictable rather than freelancing na yung next client mo, you don't know kung ano yung problem nila and you're just gonna figure it out later. With this one, you already know the problem, you already know the value of the problem that you're trying to solve, and if it's not that problem, you can just let them know na, you'll figure it out, kumbaga. If it's not that problem, maybe you can just refer them to someone else and look for a different business with the problem na dinidescribe mo. Or you can just figure out how to solve that problem na minimension nila. And as a note, nilagay ko dyan, specialists feel safer than generalists. And it's way easier na maging specialist ka. And by the way, you can already call yourself as a specialist. You don't need to be an expert para maging specialist. A specialist is just someone na nagfo-focus sa isang domain or sa isang niche or sa isang field, kumbaga. And so, yeah, you can already call yourself a specialist in developing AI systems for dentists or dental clinics. And you're not really claiming na you have an in-depth expertise with that. You're just saying na you're a specialist because you're solving a defined problem for a defined niche. So, yes. And specialists, ano siya, like in some sort of way added credibility sa yan, specialist, because I wouldn't really trust a dentist na may, kung kunwari may kakilala akong dentist and then sinasabi niya na dentist siya and then sinabi niya sa akin na as a hobby, magaling din siya mag-install ng solar. Like split yung time niya, 50-50 daw siya, ganyan. I wouldn't really trust that dentist na mag sa akin, mag braces. I would just go for a dentist na full-time na doing nothing else but just the dental work, kumbaga. Does that make sense? Mas pagkakatiwalaan kayo because you're a specialist. You're not trying to solve both dental clinics and both solar companies, kumbaga. I'm hoping that makes sense. All right, second to the last step. Step 6, create a very simple guarantee. I have talked to my manager about this. Even si Andrew, if nandun kayo dun sa call last week, a very simple guarantee because this should make your offer more attractive than just what it is. Than just yung gantong offer, yung gantong pitch. Yung offer mo mas magiging attractive if you have like a very simple guarantee. So let's get started. People hesitate because they're scared of wasting money. And a guarantee removes that fear. Yun nga yung tinatawag nila dito, risk reversal. You are reversing the risk. You are carrying on the risk para mas madali sa kanila mag-yes sa ino-offer mo. Now, the context of this guarantee na offer na to and why I'm recommending it is that for the longest time, ang lagi kong sinasabi, offer to do it for free in exchange for a testimonial or a case study. You know, a bit of downside to that is there's like a 50 or 80% of the time na ang makakamit mo na client ay someone na hindi naman talaga serious or committed sa tinatry mong i-achieve. So like, kung usapang quality ng lead or usapang quality ng client, they're not the, you know, there's like a high likelihood na parang they're just looking for free help maybe. They don't really have anything to pay you, and maybe yung standing ng business nila currently is not on the best state, kumbaga. However, you know, I've talked about this with, like I said, with my manager. If maglalagay ka ng guarantee na, as an example, money back, if the system doesn't improve your X in 30 days, I will refund your money back. It only means na parang you're doing it for free, pero nag-deposit sila sa'yo initially. And I want you guys to be very careful with this, okay? Kasi I don't want you guys to, ayoko kayong malugi, kumbaga. Ayoko kayong ma-drown, kumbaga. In a sense, you're doing it for free, pero you have their commitment by depositing a money. You need to consider na at the end of the 30-day period or 14-day period, it depends sa'yo, you need to consider that they may not use it, kumbaga. They may not like it and they might want their money back. And that's okay. Kaysa gawin mo siya free, I would rather have you guys do it this way para may commitment sila and dito try talaga nila yung sistema mo. And if they like it, you keep the money, you guys keep on working together. If they don't like it, you refund the money, and take note, you will only refund the money if they give you feedback, if they give you like an honest review sa kung paano mo may improve yung system mo, and maybe even a testimonial if they're willing to do it. Kung kunwari they loved it but they don't want to proceed for now, just add for like just ask for like a simple testimonial just so you can grow your own business, kumbaga. They will understand it, and syempre, you know, if sinabi nyo na i-refund yung money, refund it, kumbaga. So, wag kayo maging scammer. I'm really hoping none of you guys would become scammers. So another example, if you're not satisfied with the potential of my system to grow your revenue in 30 days, I will refund your money back. So reiterate ko lang, you're essentially, in a sense, doing it for free, but you have their commitment by having their deposit. And sila, magde-deposit dapat sila initially. And don't use that money. Baka mamaya pagkakuha nyo ng pera, gastusin nyo kagad. You need to consider they might ask for their money back. For me, as a general rule of thumb, if someone asks for their money back, I want it less than they do. So regardless, I give it back. I want to protect the reputation ng business and my reputation. So please, be careful with this. It will help you. It's way better than offering it for free and maka-attract ng low quality opportunities. And ayun. May question ba kayo dito so far? This shows confidence, seriousness, and professionalism, and you won't be attracting low-quality clients with this. May question ba kayo dito so far? We can go through it. And this is a very attractive offer because you're just that confident na nag-offer ka ng full money-back guarantee. Napaka-risky if na pull off. It's quite risky, yes, but yeah, it's you can follow this, or if gusto mong less risky, you can just offer to do it for free. Wala rin namang problem. If you're going to do it for free, offer it for free. The slight downside lang is makaka-attract ka nga ng low-quality clients and they may not really appreciate it, or they may not really be the best type of clients na would see the value of your system, kumbaga. Kapag di sanay, kabahan mo lang. Just don't use the money kapag ano. Yun yung safest dito. Let's say, for example, nag-deposit sila sa'yo at the start of the month, don't touch that money. Worst case scenario, send it back. You're using your 30-day free trial. You're not risking anything, kumbaga, within the 30-day trial. So like you can even promise them na parang it doesn't even have to be necessarily 30 days. Pwede ngang 21 days lang. 14 days or 21 days, just so you have the wiggle room. What if petty si client na kahit nag-improve si system niya, pero nag-insist siya na walang improvement? Kapag ganun, like say for example, nag-improve yung system niya, but quote unquote petty nga siya and ayaw niya talaga, just give it back. And like I said, if you're gonna give it back, at least ask for like ask for an honest feedback kung alin yung kailangan mong improve, and like if he or she is willing to do it, ask for like at least a testimonial kung what was it like to test out your system, kumbaga. And ayun, you can even have it sa agreement nyo initially na you would happily you would happily give them their money back if they agree na bibigyan ka nila ng honest feedback and an honest review. So, there you go. What if the client won't be honest? I mean, like I said nga, if they're not satisfied or if they're not honest na parang maganda nga nang yan. Just think of it this way. If it really was beneficial to them, they wouldn't cancel this. If they see the potential ng system na to and they see it na it's working, they wouldn't cancel it. Kumbaga, pwede po ba if 70% money back lang? You can do that. Yes, you have the freedom to do that. It's just way simpler na full money back guarantee, and it's way more attractive. Sabi ko natatagal tayo sa topic na to, so it's alright. So na-filter out na kung sino di magandang client kapag ito sasabihin nyo. In a sense, yes. Kasi, I'm assuming yung charge nyo dito is anywhere above $500 or like, pwede nga I can imagine, pwede ka mag-charge ng $800 and then after that, it's just $300 or $400 per month. Parang may setup fee initially and then a low retainer every month after that. You can be creative with your pricing. But essentially, yes, mafi-filter out nyo yung low quality clients because may initial deposit and they made the conscious decision to give it a shot. And they made that decision because you're offering them a money back guarantee. This is how I would do it. Kahit feedback na lang kung gusto i-refund. That's the whole point of it. Makuha niyo yung feedback ng client. You already know saan mo i-improve pa yung system so that ultimately once you try it again, it's improved. You can even ask the client, bakit siya nagka-cancel? It's literally how businesses do it. Kapag nagka-cancel kayo ng software, they ask you questions. What's the reason behind the cancellation? You can ask your client that. What would make you stay? Mga ganong questions. Yeah, yun. Testimonials and referrals equals 10 times value increase. Yes, Jenny, super overthinker. Super overthinker, you guys. Yeah. What if gawin mo muna yung work or app or funnel at your own environment that you have full control, show the client, run it for a few days to test it, then if mag-work, transfer it to their own environment with full payment and contract to maintain. Possible po ba? Yeah, like I said, yung ganyang approach naman, you can develop a system na ganyan nga na you're essentially not asking for anything upfront. You're building it for free. And you can literally show it to them that it works. You can show it to them on your website, on your chatbot, it works, ganyan. And you can start sa ganong route. But the question is, are you going to offer it for free or magcha-charge ka ba kagad? It's scary if magcha-charge ka kagad without like a risk reversal into it. And if you're going to do it completely for free, you may attract the low quality clients. And I have seen it firsthand myself alongside sa mga nako-coach ko na they offer free work and then it's just not the best type of clients. All right, move forward. Day 7. Step 7. Your day 1 homework. So, very simple homework. One chosen niche by the end of the day. Research your niche. You have the questions to ask yourself. One sentence offer, tulad ng pitch kanina. And then one sentence guarantee. If you don't want to do guarantees, it's completely up to you. This is just how I would personally do it. And so, yeah, that will be like your homework. Here are my final questions. Myself questions ko sa inyo. So, do you now understand the type of niche you should target? Yeah, do you guys understand paano mag-pick ng niche? Do you now understand kung bakit ganong klaseng niche yung you should go for and why it's beneficial for you? Clear naman how you should target a niche? Okay, good. Sounds good. Do you now understand how you're making them an ROI offer? Do you now understand na, once you answer those questions, once you research the niche, do you now understand bakit siya may ROI offer? Why you're solving a massive value problem to them? Yes? Helpful insights. Thank you so much for feedback. Okay. Do you see how AI systems within GoHighLevel can make you money? Last question. With the systems mo na develop mo for them, you can help businesses with those systems and businesses would pay you because you're making them money. But yeah, does it make sense? Yes. Okay. So yeah, I hope this all makes sense.
Alright, quick checkpoint. You are already done with day number 1. By this point, you should already have picked your own niche, and I would recommend you to do your own research sa sarili mong niche and try to understand their deep problems. And then as soon as possible, you should be able to set up your 1-sentence offer. And now for day 2, we are going into the actual build. The AI systems, the lead magnets, the tech setup, and the stuff that makes the clients say yes. And if you haven't started your extended 30-day free trial of GoHighLevel, now is the time. The link is in the description, and you're definitely going to need it for everything that we're going to be covering next. And with that out of the way, let's now move on to day number 2.
Give me like a thumbs up kung kita yung screen. Think thumbs up na react. Clear naman. This is day 1, this is day 2. So yeah. Alright, day 2. Day 2, everyone. Let's go. Let's get started. So the goal for today is by the end of day 2, I'm very sorry. This should be day 2 right here. By the end of day 2, you should already have a working system, a real AI system. You can work on this after the session. It should work. It should solve one problem, just like what we specified yesterday, and you should be able to demonstrate how it works. Kumbaga, this is the part na we will start building. If you haven't yet, it would be best for you to get started with the 30-day free trial as soon as you could. Habang nandito tayo sa 3-day sprint, don't overthink stuff. Click around, break things, and fix it. That's how you get momentum, okay? So that's the goal for today, and we just need one working system, okay? If within today you leave with something you can show to a business owner, you are already winning. If within today or after this session, within the next 24 hours, you already have something to show a business, even if it's not perfect yet, you're already winning, you already have motion, and yung mga na-observan kung may success or na-observan kung nakaka-reach ng early success or like at least a short-term success, they're just the type of action takers, na type of people. So yeah, moving forward, step 1, we need to understand what you're building. Most people fail because they believe now we are building a cool AI project, a tech experiment, or a very complex automation. Maybe nakakita kayo ng complex automation somewhere in the internet with like multiple branches na super sophisticated 7-step whatever it is branch there, and then mapupunta sa kabilang automation with like AI, whatever it is, a very complex automation. But I'm here to let you know, simplify lang natin, and sinisimplify na nga natin yung problem na sinasolve natin eh. And so please, don't believe na ito yung magiging targets natin. We're not working on a tech experiment, a cool AI projects, or a very complex na automation. We're trying to simplify everything na effective and efficient and still works and provides value to businesses. So what you should believe on na target nyo dapat, or what you should keep in mind, is that we're trying to build something na a simple solution to one problem. This is me reiterating yung sinabi ko yesterday. A simple solution, a solution to one problem, a single problem that we're trying to solve. Something a business can easily understand. I'm hoping na the way you would be able to explain this to a business, they understand the value behind it and also the ROI side of things. And speaking about ROI, it should be something that saves or makes money. It's like 2 ways of demonstrating your value, because you can really save them money and you can make them money as well, or at least help them make money. And that's your real value for AI systems na dine-develop natin. You can compare yung AI system mo, assuming na, say for example, you already have like a price in mind for your systems. You can compare it to the price that they can pay for labor. As an example, you can let them know na if they're gonna hire someone, it should be this and that na price, and this is what they can do for them, yung ganong service provider. Meanwhile, you have this AI system that can do this and that, and it's only this much, and it also includes this and that, kumbaga. So you can compare it sa, you know, that's like a way for them to save money. Buti nga na point out din to ni Andrew last Friday, na remind niya na you can compare it to the experience of hiring someone and training someone as well. So that's one way to save money and to demonstrate your value. And another way is showing the ROI through the potential of the system. So as far as I can remember yesterday, na-demonstrate natin na if you target high-ticket niches, mga niches na matataas or malaking ticket size yung binibenta or mamahaling service or mamahaling stuff yung binibenta, they're the type of businesses na you only need to get them like a couple of customers and they already get the ROI of your system, kumbaga. And so that's like the real and the actual value ng AI system. So yeah, with that out of the way, you need to use one of the top 3 AI features within HighLevel. I have asked Andrew about this. According to him, kung alin yung top 3 na features na marirecommend niya para hindi na tayo mag-overthink sa kung anong AI features ang pagpo-focusan natin within HighLevel. Ginawa ko talagang tracing line yung top 3 because it's quite an optional na route. I would really suggest you guys going for top 1, which is conversation AI. This is very beginner friendly. Just today, I've spent like 5 hours straight testing both conversation AI and voice AI kasi there's been major updates since the last time na nag-develop ako ng such. And so I figured na mas beginner-friendly ang conversation AI. So if you want a beginner-friendly na start, go for conversation AI. Top 2 is voice AI. This is the type of AI na by the name itself, voice. You can install it on websites or funnels na parang may widget sa lower right ng screen that they can talk to, like speak to, kumbaga. So it's great for people na mobile users. And by the way, like you can look this up. Majority ng mga tao na sa internet ay mobile users. It's just a reality na mas maraming mobile users kesa desktop or laptop users. So for those people na nag-visit sa website na they want to talk or speak to someone na parang voice agent, top 2 could be an option. You can also build voice AI na nag-handle ng inbound calls. So as an example, someone called a dental clinic and then there's no one to answer. Voice AI can handle that. But like I said, if you're looking for something beginner-friendly, conversation AI is what I would recommend. Voice AI has like a lot into it. It's fairly simple to build, but there's just like a lot to it. Kumbaga, napag-isipan ko to earlier kung anong at least beginner-friendly na quite straightforward i-setup. And then top 3, itong like I said earlier, workflow AI or funnel AI. Ito yung type of AI that will just help you build something. So if you need help building like a workflow na may follow-up sequence and may form submission na trigger, workflow AI can help you. Funnel AI can help you build funnels naman. You can send a link kay funnel AI or you can send like a screenshot kay funnel AI just so ma-replicate niya yung gusto mong style ng website or funnel na binibuild mo. So you can look into this later, but I wouldn't really primarily sell this service right here as the AI system na magiging primary mo. So we'll be revolving around conversation AI and voice AI. Medyo parang secondary option yung workflow or funnel AI. And then your AI system only needs to do one main thing. Okay? Ito na, napupunta na tayo sa meaty parts. Okay? So, it should just do one main thing, maybe a slight mix. Maobserbahan niya na may slight mix into, the function of the actual AI system. But go for one thing and then medyo secondary benefit na yung iba, yung other options here. So, one main thing na pwedeng gawin yan is answer incoming questions. Very straightforward. Kayang gawin niya ng chat widget, ng conversation AI. Kayang gawin niya na yung conversation AI, you can install it sa Facebook page just so if there's anyone, if there's anyone na nagme-message sa Facebook page ng business, it can answer the question. And of course, you can train the bot on how to answer the question. That alone can help businesses save money and at the same time make more money, kumbaga. So that's function number 1, answer incoming questions. And as an example, it could be for a solar company, a savings calculator bot. Before, nung hindi pa ganun, wala pa yung actual feature na conversation AI kay GoHighLevel. Ang ginagawa ko lang na website before ay websites for solar companies na may savings calculator or solar savings calculator. So like, if they scroll down sa website, they'd be able to see a simple calculator na nagpapakita ng approximate na potential savings, potential na, yung loan plans or financing options. And so, yun yung ginagawa ko before. But if I were to rebuild that, I can have the calculator still. And at the same time, I can develop a conversation AI that does the calculations for them by asking specific questions in real time, kumbaga. That's one example. Another example is a dental clinic FAQ. I can imagine someone like in the middle of the night, 2 a.m., 1 a.m., syempre tulog na yung mga tao, or like dental clinics are already lagpas na sa office hours. So like I kind of doubt na may dental clinic na may sasagot kagad. Maybe there is someone na sasagot, but majority of the times tulog na yung mga dental clinics. So a simple FAQ, or frequently asked questions na chatbot for dental clinics, that helps. You can, like I mentioned earlier, you can have it installed sa Facebook page and even sa Instagram page ng mga dental clinics, just so every time there's someone in pain and they want to ask questions, they want to have like a quick, like a quick solution just to ease the pain or makatulong sa current situation nila, and provide ng value in dental clinic, you can come up with a bot na nagpo-provide ng such value. That's one. Second is this one, qualify and provide value to the lead automatically. Like I said, medyo may mix up yan. So as an example, yung solar savings calculator na bot, it can qualify and provide value to the lead. And so medyo may mix up yan, just focus on a single area. Maybe yung target nyo or yung main thing na ginagawa ng bot nyo is like a mixture of the two. But yeah, I'm hoping you're getting my point here. Na pino-point out ko lang na may three main directions, kumbaga. So as an example, a cosmetic clinic, maybe estheticians or cosmetic clinic, they can have like a treatment eligibility na bot, na conversation AI or voice AI that asks specific questions just so makita kung eligible ba sila sa magiging treatment. It could be that magtatanong yung bot kung ilang taon na yung customer, and it could be that ano yung mga na-try na nila before and maybe hindi sila qualified for the treatment. So that's one example. And then last example is to help them book an appointment or next step. Like I said, medyo may pwedeng ma-mix up yan with the three options right there. Medyo magkakaroon ng mix up yan, but just have like at least a sense of direction with what your bot is mainly trying to achieve. So yung third na like direction na pwedeng gawin ng bot mo is help them or head to the next step or yung escalation. Could be for salons, barbershops, maybe even mga spa. So, ayun, may question ba tayo so far? Is this too much? How are you guys? I'm hoping this isn't too much. Pag nakuha yung system ni paring Andrew Kamaid, laking push through nun, coach, to optimize. That's for sure, and we'll go through it in just a second here. But yeah, step 2. Here are your options that you can build. Like I mentioned kanina, website AI chat widget. It's very simple to do. I have built one in just like less than 2 hours. And then ito-train na lang siya. So for website AI chat widget, the problem na sinasolve is this one. Visitors land on a website but leave without contacting the business. I'm very sorry, hindi ko pa ito na-update. So it's the same thing. But the outcome na gagawin na itong website AI chat widget is it should be able to respond into any inquiries na pumapasok sa chat widget within a website. And like I said earlier, you can have the same chat bot or you can have the same conversation AI agent installed sa Facebook page nila or sa Instagram page nila. And maraming businesses na ginagamit ang Facebook page or Instagram nila to source leads, kumbaga, or to generate leads for their business. And so that leads us to a type of system. Maybe may mix-up din dyan kasi like I said earlier, you can have a website chatbot and at the same time, a chatbot or like the same chatbot could be installed sa Facebook page and Instagram page to answer DMs. So AI lead responder as well is a good system to build, evergreen system to build, and very fairly simple to build. So the problem na sinasolve nito is that leads message the business but replies are slow or inconsistent. So we have already talked about this yesterday na if you're trying to reach out to a dental clinic and then it's been like 20 minutes or maybe even 10 minutes na walang sumasagot, you try to look for the next dental clinic na quite close, right? And then yung initial na dental clinic na reach out to already lost business, already lost, money, kumbaga, just because hindi sila nag-respond kagad. And yung AI chatbot that you can build should be able to solve that problem. So the outcome of having that quite similar din naman dito sa taas, is that AI replies instantly, qualifies leads, and helps them book appointments. Okay? May maraming similarities dito, but I'm just trying to break it down as much as I could. So, yeah. And then lastly, itong nasa baba, for AI voice assistant, maybe you guys want a bit of challenge kasi nga mag-build ng something more challenging but quite valuable pa rin naman. You may be thinking na mag-build ng AI voice assistant. I'm not really saying na matakot kayo dito sa AI voice assistant. I'm just recommending something na beginner friendly and fairly simple to do, which is conversation AI. But if you're planning to do or planning to build AI voice assistant, the problem na sinasolve niya is that businesses miss phone calls or can't answer calls 24/7. And that's just the reality. There's just a lot of business out there na hindi nakakapagsagot ng phone calls 24/7. Maybe even sa weekends, hindi nila nasasagot yun. And so, masasolve yun ng AI voice assistant by being able to install yung AI voice, yung voice AI ng high level to a phone number na sumasagot ng inbound inquiries, if that makes sense. So, the outcome of having AI voice or voice AI within high level is that AI answers inbound calls, like I said, and it should ask qualifying questions and helps book appointments as well. I've tried this earlier. Naka-build ako ng voice AI. Nakausap ko siya through the testing feature ng high level, and I was able to book a call myself. Kita ko siya sa calendar ko. It works. And there will be businesses willing to give it a shot just to see if talagang gumagana yung system mo. And they would happily pay you if they see na it works. Okay? Coach, maganda ba yan for launching a market ad na ma-direct into a funnel with a AI chat widget? Yes, that's actually a good question. So basically, I can just imagine, kung ako nag-run ng ads, as a general rule of thumb kasi sa mundo ng marketing, if you're trying to run ads, you need to advertise a lead magnet. A lead magnet is typically a solution to a very narrow problem. I'm not gonna take too much time on explaining lead magnets. I'm hoping you guys can just take your time on learning more about lead magnets. But as it is named, lead magnets, typically it's a solution to a narrow problem, and typically it's also free. So yung nakikita yung free taste, yung mga nakikita yung pag first timer ka sa isang cafe, libre yung first drink mo maybe, whatever it is. Yung mga clothing shop, clothing store na you can try the shirt before you buy it. Those are types of lead magnets because natatry mo for free, and then you should be able to see if like it's something you like. So going back, sinasabi ko kanina, if you're going to advertise anything, start with the lead magnet. And a good lead magnet, as an example, if you're trying to sell, lagi ko ulit sa context ng solar companies, kasi doon ako very familiar with. If I'm trying to attract people na gusto mag-install ng solar, I would have a website na may solar savings calculator. It's a solution to our problem because it provides value to them and it's a free tool. And I can just imagine if I have like a website chat widget sa lower right ng website ng solar company that's able to answer some of their questions, able to answer some of the financing options na tinatanong ng isang customer, able to, build trust with a cold lead, able to build trust with cold audience. And so, ayun, if you're gonna run ads, if you're gonna market, if you're going to run a campaign or run Facebook ads, or if you're going to direct traffic to a landing page or a website na may chat widget that could be considered a lead magnet, it's a very good idea. Just as long as maganda rin yung, maganda yung pagka-build ng chatbot. I hope that answers the question. So yeah, moving forward, here's step 3. Hindi ko na ginawang isang section yung step 3. So as you can see, step 4 na yung next. So step 3, pro tip, you need to define what done looks like. This is the part na parang if you define, and most beginners fail because they don't know when to stop building. You need to define kung hanggang saan lang yung kayang iserve ng system mo. And so you can consider it na parang ganito. Your system is done when it can greet a lead. That's first and foremost. Fairly simple. Default na nga yan eh. Answer multiple channels. Maybe that's like one of your goals na makapag-implement ng website chatbot, makapag-implement ng Facebook chatbot as well. Very much possible. It can provide value, also known as answering questions and like giving insights and giving advices as well. Capture basic information. Maybe that's like one of your goals. I'm hoping it's one of your goals kasi value talaga yun ng business. And if it can book an appointment or hand off to a human, if it can do that, you can already define na your system is already working. You need to be clear na ito yung goal ng system mo. Anything beyond that is extra, kumbaga. So, I don't want you guys to stress out too much on what happens after may kausap na yung chatbot and then may nag-book na ng appointment. Here's the thing kasi after nila mag-book ng appointment through the chatbot, you can keep on building automations after automations like an email confirmation, an SMS confirmation, and everything that follows after nung booking ng appointment. But what I'm trying to say here is you need to define kung hanggang saan yung pinaka-objective ng bot mo or ng AI system na binibuild mo. Pag na-deliver yun, you need to make it clear as well to your potential client or to your client na yun yung promise ng bot or yun yung promise or yun yung function ng bot. And anything beyond that is just extra, kumbaga. Coach Matt, pwede ba ma-implement dun sa FB chat yung appointment setting? Yes. Yes na yes. That's what makes it valuable as well. Kasi there are some people na mag-chat sa Facebook page and they want to book an appointment maybe with a barbershop, but they don't know where to book and how to book. They just wait for a receptionist to answer. You can train a chatbot na be able to assist the customer na mag-book ng call without the customer clicking anything. Yung customer nag-ano lang, like nagre-reply lang. So the chatbot could be like, we have available times within today at 9 p.m., tomorrow at 3 p.m., and then on Friday at 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Which one works best for you? Very much possible. Possible sa Facebook, possible sa IG. I've seen it. I've tried it earlier. It works. Sabi nga naman ng press, don't overthink. Yes. All right. Tapos na tayo sa step 2 and step 3. I'm hoping if you want to screenshot, this is your chance. I'll give you like the next 3 seconds, but I'm hoping nothing sounds too crazy so far. We're just defining yung AI system na i-build natin. And so these are all within the playbooks. And I'm hoping within the next 24 hours, start your 30-day free trial, build your system so that moving forward, we can start selling. Okay? All right. Moving forward, step 4. This is the part na mag-build na talaga tayo ng AI system. Build your MVP or minimum viable product. For those of you guys na maybe new into entrepreneurship, new to business, new to freelancing, maybe it's your first time hearing MVP, minimum viable product. For some of you guys na maybe matagal na sa industry and has heard this more than enough times, well, okay, nice to have you here as well. But basically, to define an MVP, it's the most basic version of a new product. The most basic version. You can even call it like the beta version. Your first AI system is not meant to be impressive. It's meant to be useful. So keep that in mind. Like I keep on always saying, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to work. And ayun, it doesn't have to be impressive. It just needs to be useful to be able to help a business, kumbaga. And so, tulad din ng pinoint out ni Andrew last Friday, just because hindi pa ganun ka-advance yung AI in our current day and age, just because maybe intimidating i-set up ang isang AI system in our current day and age, maybe, doesn't necessarily mean you should run away from it. So as an example, if tumawag ka sa isang business and then you already notice na it's an AI na kausap mo and then you hated the experience, that doesn't necessarily mean you shouldn't build it, because the reality is AI will just keep on improving. And if you become, if you set yourself in a direction na you're leaning towards learning how to use AI and develop AI systems, as AI progresses and as AI improves itself, you will just, it will just get to the point na good enough na si AI. Everyone will start to get into AI, but you're already in it for quite some time now. I hope that makes sense. So, pinapoint out ni Andrew na just because may mga mishaps pa or like just because may mga slight flaws pa yung ibang AI system or even the system na available within GoHighLevel doesn't necessarily mean na you should run away from it. And so, ayun, I think it's also the worst move that you can do na layuan yung AI just because hindi pa siya ganun kaganda, kumbaga, or just because hindi pa siya ganun ka super dialed in. So, ayun. Let's move forward. Step 4, building your MVP. Kapag mag-build tayo ng AI system, it all starts with 2 areas. As you can see my screen, we have the knowledge base and also the prompting side of things. The simplest definition, knowledge base, this is what AI knows. Simplest definition, this is what AI knows. In your knowledge base niya, knowledge base, it should make sense. And then your prompting, this is how AI behaves, how it should behave, and how it should operate or kung ano yung protocol na susundin niya. Yun yung prompting. It's like the instructions na susundin ng AI. So, that's the two core areas na i-build natin para makapag-build ng magandang AI system. I've asked the question kay Andrew last Friday, should we focus on a single area? Should we spend more time within a single area? Or should we spend equivalent time on both areas? Ang recommendation niya, both. So like you need to spend time on both areas, kumbaga. If you have like ito pala, on the side, both areas matter, as you can see. If knowledge is weak, your bot sounds confident but gives wrong or vague answers. Kung kunwari, you have a good prompting but yung knowledge base nga hindi ganun ka-dialed in, confident siya sumagot but inaccurate. If prompting is weak naman, let's say you have the knowledge base dialed in, you have like multiple files in there, multiple PDF files, CSV files, and rich text files, but yung prompting is weak, the bot has correct information, but it sounds robotic, maybe confusing, maybe annoying, or it couldn't move the lead closer to the sale. The goal, by the way, if hindi pa obvious, the goal of our systems is to be able to help a business make money. And, you know, the mere fact na nag-ask ng questions yung mga tao sa mga chatbots na i-develop natin for businesses is because they want to find out more so that ultimately later, magbabayad sila sa business and do business. I hope that makes sense. So if prompting is weak, like I said, the bot has correct information, but it sounds robotic. Maybe ayaw mo yun, maybe confusing siya, maybe annoying kasi paulit-ulit, or it couldn't move the lead closer to a sale. So, like I said, prompting, knowledge base and yung prompting, both areas, you need to spend the same amount of time on, kumbaga. So let's start with the knowledge base. All right. So to kind of recap, you are already trying to build the chatbot with just the stuff that you need to keep in mind. Later, we can have some time na mag-demonstrate ako and showing you guys where to click sa high level. But anyway, knowledge base. This is what your AI knows. This is the content, and your bot must know, number one, what the business does, obviously. Number two, what services they offer, basic pricing or ranges, if it's allowed or if it's shared by the potential client. Common questions or tinatawag na FAQs, frequently asked questions, who the service is for and who it is not for. And so as a general rule of thumb, nilagay dyan, if a human receptionist could answer it, your AI chatbot or your voice AI should be able to do that as well. And usually, I don't want you guys to stress out too much about knowledge base because usually the knowledge base is collaborated with a business owner. So don't stress about this too much. You can't really, like I said, collaborated siya with a business owner. So you don't really need to look for their history. You don't really need to look for their documents somewhere in the internet. This is a collaborated area na dinadevelop for a chatbot, yung knowledge base. It's a collaborated area. Although later, if pagka-try kayo mag-build ng sarili nyong systems, you can ask ChatGPT for help na mag-develop siya sa'yo ng very simple knowledge base for a very simple business, for the niche na target mo na business. So if you're targeting to help out mga estheticians or mga aesthetics, mga aesthetic clinics, then you can ask for ChatGPT na mapag-develop ng very simple knowledge base lang naman just for the sake of demonstration, and then you can plug that knowledge base sa knowledge base ng AI chatbot or ng AI system na i-build mo. And so, yeah. But if you're already in the trenches and you're working with a client, of course, yung knowledge base, it's a collaborated effort na i-build ang knowledge base. Kasi obviously, yung knowledge na sinishare dapat ang chatbot is information about the business, kumbaga. So, yun. Very simplified na explanation with knowledge base. It's this one. Moving forward, sa prompting naman, like I said earlier, this is how the AI behaves. This is how your AI thinks and how it talks. So this is the personality and logic ng magiging chatbot mo or ng voice AI mo. And in GoHighLevel, this is split into three parts. Specifically split siya into three parts sa conversation area or sa conversation AI, sorry. So it has personality. This is the part na ilalagay mo how does the bot should sound. It has a goal. Obviously, this is the part na ilalagay mo what the bot should try to accomplish. Kumbaga, mission niya or yung goal niya with every conversation. And additional instructions, how should it behave? You need to input it in there as well sa prompting. And This may look simple, but you're gonna need to spend time with developing the prompt. And you develop the prompt by constantly testing it kung may mga ano ba, kung may mga mistakes. That's how you prove yung prompting, kumbaga. So like if you don't like how it behaved, adjust the prompt and then try again. And then if you want to adjust anything, ayun, just it's the constant refinement that matters. But mapapadali itong prompting and knowledge base. Actually, yung prompting pala. Mapapadali yung prompting because we're waiting on this. Yung shinare ni Andrew last Friday na document na currently binibuild niya pa rin. It is support agent na setup guide. So itong pinakita niya na document last Friday, he was able to show it. Yun nga sa live pinakita niya na it's a type of document na nandyan yung parang checklist of the types of questions that you should ask a client to develop the prompt ng isang AI system na binibuild mo. So as an example, right here on my screen, it's the best copy na meron ako. It's like a screenshot from that event. Nandyan yung business name, yun dyan yung support scope, nandyan yung port boundary, and everything else. So yan yung tipong you'll collaborate with the client, syempre you'll ask the information, ganito ganyan, and then once you have the information, you plug it in sa document na yan, and below, you should be able to see on a different tab na may ganyang prompt, yung color green na text, you just plug in the information na shinare sa'yo ng client, so that ultimately, yung buong yan, that is already the prompt, and then you can plug it in sa prompting mo ng AI chatbot. Does this make sense so far? Or is anyone confused with knowledge base and prompting? Does it sound intimidating? It should be simplified, right? Like, or are you guys confused with anything? Wala naman? All goods? Everyone still with me? I'm hoping. But yeah, I'm still waiting on this document. This should really simplify a lot of stuff para sa atin because like I said last Friday, sinabi ko kay Andrew, parang foundational step na to. It's like a solid foundation to a great chatbot because si Andrew siya yung main guy ng GoHighLevel with developing AI stuff. So he knows the AI systems within high level front to back, kumbaga. And sinabi nga niya sa akin, if anyone within this community nagkaroon ng issues or even I myself nagkaroon ng issues with the AI system, sabihin daw kagad sa kanya so that may escalate and maayos kagad. So like we have that connection with high level, by the way. So ayun, just wait on this document. For now, just develop the prompting yourself muna. But this should guide you later. Itong document. Maybe I'm hoping by tonight masend yun na sa akin just so ma-share ko sa inyo. But ayun, this is for the prompting. Anyway, moving forward, simplified as a pie. Thank you so much for feedback. All goods. All right, move forward. Ito na yung part na testing. Stress test. So this is a mandatory thing to do. Can't really sell an AI agent or an AI chatbot or an AI system if hindi mo siya test yourself. If you don't test your system, it will fail in front of a real client and ayoko kayo mapaiya. So ginawa ko siyang necessary na step na ilagay dito just to really, nail it na sabihin sa inyo na need to test it. There are some people maybe na magde-develop lang but wouldn't test a lot into using the actual AI system and not just testing. Sinabi ko pala dyan nilagay pala dyan na stress test. So the goal of stress testing ng system mo is try to actually break it. Try to ask weird questions. Try mo maging off topic. Try mo mag-relapse sa kanya. Try mo mag-yearn sa kanya and just see how it responds. Try mo mag-rant maybe. Try mo maging galit sa AI, the system na develop mo, and see how it responds into every area na you test. And then from there, if there's anything that you didn't like, you adjust the prompting or you adjust the knowledge base. As simple as that sounds, that's how you develop an AI system within high level. So it shouldn't sound intimidating or it shouldn't be intimidating because developing an AI system, it's meant to be broken and it's meant to be better over time. So you need to test these. Weird questions, out of topic questions, angry tonality, confusing messages, pricing questions, schedule changes, appointments, multiple questions at once. If anything breaks, you fix it. And nilagay ko dyan, this is the boring work that will set you apart. It's very boring na i-test ang same agent over and over and over and over again. But this will be the part na mag-set sa'yo among the other amateurs. Because maraming tatama rin gawin to, but this is the part na mag-stand out yung bot mo that it just actually works. Ayun. Sa appointment setting, pwede ba dun malagay sa FB chat yung calendar? You cannot have the calendar sa FB chat, but if prefer mong gamitin yung calendar within high level, you can instruct the chatbot na isend na lang yung link for them to book it themselves. But sa rule of thumb ng marketing, if there are extra steps na kailangan gawin ng lead just to become a customer, that's like extra friction para lang maging sale. So, making customers or like generating sales, you need to make it as seamless as possible na it's almost like they don't have to put in the extra effort para lang magbayad sa business. So, I personally think, and based sa natutunan ko, I personally think it's way better na yung chatbot na lang yung mag-book dun sa client, and like yung chatbot yung mag-ask yung availability ng client, chatbot mag-ask ng best email to use, phone number to use, and yung name to use, kumbaga. And from there, yung chatbot na yung mag-book. And like, if they need to reschedule, yung chatbot na rin yung bahala. That way, hindi na kailangan ng lead or ng customer na hanapin yung link kung saan mag-book, press this, press that, type info, ganito, ganyan, and then save to calendar, and then extra steps, kumbaga. If we can make it seamless sa side ng customer, way better. So, there we go. Very simple na step 5, stress test. It's very important na try to break the chatbot na binibuild mo. Like, actually try to break it. Try to book an appointment, try to cancel it, and book again, and see how it works, see how it behaves, and adjust prompts and adjust knowledge base accordingly. Okay? This will be boring later, but this is where you stand out. Step 6, visualize your 60-second demo. This is also mandatory. Now, you should be able to visualize. Initially nga, ang nilagay ko dapat dyan is like create your 60-second demo. But for now, I think it just makes sense that you should be able to visualize muna so that later you at least have an idea on how to demonstrate how it works. And so your demo should answer the 3 questions. What problems does it solve? How does it work? And why does this matter to the business? 3 very, very simple questions. And within the demonstration, a 60-second or maybe even up to 120 seconds, 1 minute or 2 minutes, you should be able to answer the 3 questions. So as an example, quick demo na flow example, number 1, show the problem. By the way, ito pala, pag mag-show kayo ng problem, I can imagine nag-show kayo ng demo because you're already trying to sell the system to a potential client. When you show a problem, para lang makita nila na you're a real deal and hindi ka scammer na parang bara-bara lang, you share case studies and actual articles with real numbers. Ito yung parang nifty trick, and it's the reason why you don't need, as a starter, you don't need the testimonials just to get started. You can use actual case studies in the internet and actual articles available within the internet just to articulate your point to the client na it's an actual problem. It's an actual problem according to industry average. It's an actual problem according to industry average. Yung mga solar companies, they're suffering with this and this and that. And according to solar companies na may AI system na this and this and that, it has improved their numbers by this and this and that. That's why I'm trying to do this system for you, Mr. Client. So when you try to demo your system, make sure magdala kayo ng case studies and actual articles and real numbers. Doon kayo saseryosohin ng business owners, because then they would realize na, wow, this guy knows his shit. This guy knows his stuff. Inaral niya talaga to. Inaral niya talaga yung niche. I should pay attention. Okay. Next is show the AI responding. You can show it while you can show it sa testing side of things. You can show it na nasa widget na kagad and then you're talking to it, and a recording a screen na you're talking to the widget. You can show it kung paano siya mag-respond, paano siya mag-book ng call, how does it look like. Live demo, kumbaga. Show booking or handoff. Like I said, you should be able to demonstrate it pretty straightforward kapag na-build mo ni chatbot, and explain the benefit. Show the ROI. Going back to my main point kanina, for you to show the ROI, etong real value. You can compare it to the price that they can pay for labor. They can pay someone to do it, or they would just rather pay you to do it because it's cheaper, because it's just AI, and it's easier to train because it's just an AI system na nagfo-follow ng protocol, ng prompts and knowledge base. And you can show your ROI by walking them through with the potential of the system. We've been through this multiple times now, yung ROI side of things. So sa demonstration mo, you should be able to show the ROI as well, or at least give them like a fundamental idea about the ROI and the potential of the system. That's it. Visualize kung paano yung demonstrate. Should answer the three questions and ganito siya. All right, coach, I test my funnel and book an appointment. When I use my personal Gmail, gumana yung automations, but when I use other emails, it doesn't work na. Ano kaya ang problem? It may have landed sa spam, or it may, I feel like nasa DNS records yung issue, or maybe sa dedicated domain yung issue sa pag-send ng emails, or it could be yung receiving email, maybe may na-adjust sa settings nun. So, ayun, sa mga ganyang technicalities, it's best to just reach out to support ng high level. Sila na mismo maglo-look into your account and help you out. So, very accommodating sila. Make good use of it kasi they pay for those people to help you. So, ask for help. All right. So, visualize the 60-second demo, one of your homeworks and kumbaga. And then, step 7, package it as well. You shouldn't sound like just the ordinary type of people, nagbebenta lang ng AI, kumbaga. You need to be able to package it and have like at least like a cool name to the system, or at least have like a good presentation on how you should be able to sell the system. So we package it. And so you need 3 things to package it. Number 1, a name, a one-line description, and also why it matters. This is what you will say in demos, DMs, and calls with your potential client. You just need 3 things, very simple as well. The name of the system, one-line description about the system, and why it matters. At any given step, by the way, Neto, if you guys like living in the 1980s, at any given step na naliligaw kayo dito, ask help kay ChatGPT or at any AI system na available sa inyo or kung saan kayo prefer. Okay? But ayun, going back here, if you're struggling with the name, one-line description, or why it matters, go back and forth. For the love of God, use AI just to go back and forth and ma-develop nyo to, and it will just make things 10 times easier. Okay? So, moving forward. Apparently kasi people are still not that too creative with using AI. But anyway, you just need a name, one-line description, why it matters. As an example, napag-isipan ko to kanina, very simple lang, 24/7 Sunny AI system for solar companies, one-line description. It's an AI-powered system that pre-qualifies homeowners, provides estimated solar savings, and books consultations 24/7. And this matters because it filters out time wasters and helps sales teams focus only on high-quality prospects. Very, very, very simple way of packaging it. So when someone asks, what are you building? You should not say, nag-build ako ng chatbot or nag-build ako ng automation, a GoHighLevel thing or an AI bot. You should be able to say along the lines ng mga ganitong bagay. You should be able to articulate and highlight yung benefit ng system mo. It's not just a chatbot. You need to be able to be clear with the client kung ano yung benefit ng chatbot and kung ano yung transformation na kayang gawin ng AI system mo to that business. Okay? So, I don't want you guys to be that na mahina when it comes to, talking to a potential client. Na sasabihin nyo lang, I have a chatbot for you, or I have like an automation for you. We need to step things up. You can really say to your client kung ano man yung pinangalan mo sa system mo. I have developed this 24/7 Sunny AI system for solar companies. You can say it that way. You have that permission. So you can be really creative with this. So articulate it along the lines of, I built a 24/7 solar savings AI agent that calculates potential savings, qualifies homeowners, and books consultations automatically. Para mas sound professional, yes. Para mas lalo kang seryosohin ng mga potential clients mo, you need to sound professional. And you're not faking it, by the way. This is an actual thing that you're investing your time on. And ayun. So, yeah. Moving forward, very simple lang din naman. Package it. It's just the name, one-line description, and why it matters. Within the next 24 hours, kayang-kaya lahat yan. So, lastly, step 8, here's your homework. Within the next 24 hours, I'm hoping you guys have one working AI system, one clear use case, a 60-second demo if gusto nyong mag-record, although you can just visualize it and keep it in mind how you would be able to demonstrate how your system works. And one last thing is a simple explanation as to why your system matters or why your AI system matters. All right, final questions. Do you now understand what a simple, sellable AI system looks like? You can make it sophisticated later, pero sabi nga ni Sean Clark, for gosh sakes, keep it simple. Make it simple initially. All right. Do you now understand the difference between knowledge base and prompting and why both areas matter? Na-explain ko naman ba yung knowledge base to something as simple as possible? Na naintindihan nyo how it works? Why it behaves that way and saan nyo napupull yung information? Okay, should be straightforward. And do you now feel more confident building something instead of just talking about it? Maybe nakinig kayo last Friday but it was quite intimidating, but now was I able to simplify it? Nakaya nyo nang i-build? You have that confidence? All right, awesome. Awesome. Salamat sa W's. So I guess next step is I'm hoping after this, get started with your 30-day free trial, and like it's completely free to get started sa free trial, and maubos man yung 30 days nyo, you can start another free trial with a different email. You can have unlimited shots into this. The worst thing you can do is pinakinggan nyo ko yesterday and today, and then you didn't take action. Because if you didn't take action, you did not learn anything, you wasted your time, sana you just didn't hop on this call. Okay? So like the simplest definition of learning, according to Alex Hormozy, I'll quote him on this. Definition of learning, same situation, different behavior. Maybe last week you didn't know stuff about AI, but this week we're going through it. Maybe umattend kayo na Friday, you attended yesterday and also today. And so you have the same situation na you already know about AI, na yung current situation mo, you're still in the same shoes, you're still in the same house, same place. But if you did not behave differently, you did not learn anything, kumbaga. And so if you don't put this into action, waste of time. Okay? So I'm hoping medyo na-clear out ko naman yun na it's just a complete waste. And even sa pro tips, apparently may sumunod ng pro tips ko and nakasign ng client. It's just a matter of truth na need to put it into action. Less of the overthinking and more of the action taking. Okay? All right. So I'm hoping mag-start kayo ng 30 free trial nyo as soon as you could. For selling the AI setup, how much, Coach Matt? Okay. For selling the AI setup, that's a good question. Do not charge anything below $400 or $500 per month. Pwede kayo maging creative with how you sell it. You can have it like $800 as a setup and then a low monthly recurring fee of $300 every month after that. You can have it as a simple na subscription base na maybe, $400 per month. It comes with the AI system na na-build mo alongside the other features na possible within GoHighLevel na you may know a decent amount of stuff or like a couple of automations na kasama niya. And logically speaking, I've talked to Andrew about this as well last Friday. You should charge based on your value. You should know what you're worth. And it's the reason why ang sinabi ko sa inyong niche na you guys should be targeting ay mga high ticket. Because if you help them generate, this is like, pang ilang beses ko na ito nasabi, if you help them generate a customer or two, your system is easily insane agad yung ROI by just charging $400 or $500 for your system, and you're helping them generate north of 5,000, north of 10,000, north of $100,000 per month, just by having that system and helping them close more customers. A customer, two customers, maybe up to 5 customers in a month. I can even recall there's a time na I had this one sales call with this solar company. Crazy kasi sabi ko sa kanya, even if my system helps you sign or like if my system brings in one deal for the whole year, may ROI ka dapat dito, Mr. Client. And like kahit bayaran niya yun for the whole year and then it just generates one client, ROI is there. And syempre, for the whole year, it should be able to generate just one, kumbaga. So, ayun. Coach, quick question regarding these AI features. How much ang price on top of the monthly subscription? Last I checked earlier, 0.006 cents per generated AI text na ginawa ni Conversation AI. So you need like if I'm not mistaken sa math, you need like 1,000 messages ni AI just to be charged $6 ng GHL. If I'm not mistaken sa math. Yeah, ayan. But you can look it up. May articles about this. It's like sobrang baba, kumbaga. But anyway, let's do like a quick setup. Let's build a very simple conversation AI chatbot, okay? It should work on Facebook, IG, and even WhatsApp, even SMS messages. Head to sub account. Very simple sub account. Makikita nyo dapat to on your GoHighLevel sub account. AI agents sa taas ng marketing and automations. You can see AI agents on the left side, conversation AI, and then you should be able to see this. So meron na ako na build before, but before we go through that, let me actually walk you through sa pag-create. So create bots, you can see it's a very obvious button, create bot right here. By the way, conversation AI tayo, clinic conversation AI, create bot. And right here, you have three options. Don't mind yung other options right here on the right side. Go for this one. It's recommended if you're just starting out. You can always make it sophisticated later. I'll quote shot click again. For gosh sakes, keep it simple. You can make it sophisticated later. But yun, start here. Guided form setup. Create new bot. Now, may dalawa kang options dyan. General Q&A or appointment booking. Doesn't really matter too much kung ano pipiliin mo dyan. But for this one, when I said it doesn't really matter, it's because you can adjust it as you're trying to build the bot. Kasi kumbaga, pag pinili ko general Q&A, pwede ko pa rin naman i-adjust yung bot later na magkaroon ng appointment booking na option. Okay? So, it's not really too much of a big deal, kumbaga. So, let's start with this one, general Q&A, just to keep it simple. Build it, and then I would suggest na mag-click around kayo for this one, create a new brand voice. I'm assuming if your sub-account is new, walang laman yan. So build a brand voice, just read through this. It should be straightforward to understand. Brand name, company website. Don't really need to have a website as far as I can remember. Parang additional info lang to for the brand or additional info para maintindihan nung chatbot. You don't need to have yung mga ganyan. A company email, company address, business hours maybe. Pwede ka maglagay ng demo lang or sample lang. No need to have a phone number as well. Tone of voice, completely up to you. Professional, friendly, innovative, whatever it is, confident. I'll go for confident. And then, if you want to be more dialed in sa bot mo, you can go through this with your client. Daming questions neto, but you can go through this with your client. Target audience, customer pain points, brand promise, brand values, what does your brand do, etc., etc. But this shouldn't take you too much time. If gusto nyo ng like if tinetest out nyo pa lang to, ask ChatGPT anong brand value. You can ask ChatGPT na mag-role play siya na isa siyang solar company and ask him, ano yung brand value mo? What's your brand promise? Nag-demo ko pa lang naman or nagpa-practice ko pa lang naman, so can go for that. But it's not a big deal, okay? But if you want it to be dialed in, go for it, okay? So yan. Save. Wala palang brand name. Day 2, lagay ko. Day 2. Okay? Save. There we go. Yan, day 2. Next. Bot settings. Pangalanan natin siya ng day 2 AI chatbot. You can name it however you want. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. Pwede siya on multiple channels. Nandyan yung Instagram, Facebook, SMS, chat widget, live chat, or WhatsApp. You can have it all checked or you can just have a single one checked. So, ayan. Okay? I'll leave it all open and ganyan. This should be straightforward. If you want this to be your primary bot, if it's like the only bot na meron ka, make it as a primary. Although you can just change this later. But if you're building your first conversation AI bot, gawin mo siyang primary. Wait time before responding, 2 seconds should be enough. Minsan 1 second is already enough, but 2 seconds could be like a sweet spot. Don't make it beyond 5 seconds. Minsan tumatagal yung 5 seconds. It's like sometimes it's more than 5 seconds yung nangyayari. So keep it 2 seconds. Should be a sweet spot. Then pwede ka mag-set ng bot initial message. Completely up to you. And now, yung mga stuff na to, you can read through this, yes. By the way, there's a reason why I'm just skipping on a lot of these stages, so just bear with me here. You can read through this yourself, but hindi siya too much of a big deal, and it will make sense in just a second here. So as you can see, you can have it na nakasetup na mag-skip kapag field na alam yung name, email, phone. I'll leave it disabled. just for the sake of hindi siya mag-skip. Appointment details, allow bot to book an appointment. Like I said, you can have it enabled, but i-disable ko muna for now. Later on, you can change these settings, and there's a reason why I'm skipping a lot of these. Email notifications, you can have it there as well. Na i-open mo siya and then assign an email na gusto ng notification. But I'll leave it as is. You guys can read through this. Don't want to spend too much time here. So I click save, and then ito, we have three options. Off, straightforward, na naka-off siya, hindi siya gagana. Suggestive, meaning ng suggestive, magbibigay siya sa'yo ng suggestions na pwedeng isend sa isang lead, but it will not send the message. You can click the message na sinasuggest niya para masend yun sa lead, but it will not automatically send it. If you're gonna sell it as an AI system na automatic na sumasagot, it's autopilot. Okay? Save and close. So here's the reason why nag-skip ako doon ng medyo mas mabilis. I'll use this yung na-set up ko kanina, Sunny AI, kasi nandito na yung settings na na-build ko earlier. So let's start here. Sunny AI, na-build ko earlier, nilagay ko siyang autopilot. Na-try ko siya sa chat widget or sa live chat, sa website chat widget, and sa Facebook. Gumawa na siya. And then, I asked ChatGPT ano pwedeng name ng solar company na just to demonstrate as an example. And then, ayan, you should be able to see the settings in here. And I'm hoping you guys could read. I'm not saying that some of you guys are stupid, but like it's just there's nothing scary here because you just need to read. Wait time before responding. You can have 2 seconds, 5 seconds maybe. Maximum messages a bot can save in every conversation. Maybe ayun, up to 15 messages lang ang gusto mo iset, go for it. Maybe one lang. Kung isang reply lang gusto mo, go for it. Completely up to you. Maybe lilimitahan mo na up to 50 lang. Kasi beyond that, baka nag-rant na yung customer and then kumakain ng credits. Go for it. Also, allow the bot to respond to images and voice notes. Iniwan ko lang na check for just in case na may mag-send ka ng ganun. Send the bot to sleep when I send a message manually or through a workflow. Meaning, if may human interference, yung ikaw na nag-reply sa message or may isang workflow na nag-reply dun sa sa message na yun, nung live chat or nung Facebook chat, mag-sleep yung bot, meaning hindi siya sasagot. And you can set up gaano katagal siyang mag-sleep. Maybe like 30 minutes di siya sasagot kasi nag-uusap kayo back and forth for the next 30 minutes. You can set it ng 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever it is. Okay? Ito yung fun part, bot training. So, sa bot training, so you can see, meron na akong knowledge base na build. It's this one. And we're gonna go through knowledge base in just a second here. Basta, meron ako knowledge base. Very simple lang. I'll show it to you in a bit. Yun yung ginamit kong knowledge base. And now, meron na siyang idea with the kind of business na nire-represent niya. So, meron siyang knowledge base. So, let's give it a shot. Hello. Hey, how can I help you with solar today? If you're curious about costs, savings, or want to check your appointments, just let me know. I'm curious about my solar savings potential. Ayan, let's keep it like very simple na conversation lang. This is actually a free testing na feature. Yeah, I can help with that. What's your average monthly electricity bill? That will give me a pretty close estimate on your solar savings. Let's just say I'm spending $400 per month. It's a heavy. Please help. Please help. You can be quirky with it. You can be playful with it. Just try to break the system, send kind of weird na message, and just check how it responds. With a $400 bill, you could save around 200 to 260 per month with a large solar system. Want a more exact estimate or info on next steps? Kapag kunwari ganito, hindi ako satisfied sa naging sagot niya, because kunwari ako yung nagde-develop ng bot and I want him to provide more value than just pitch the next step. I want him to like ask more questions to provide more value. Gusto ko siya i-adjust. I'll hit this, demonstrate sa akin to ni Andrew. I'll hit the thumbs down button and then you can adjust the way na mag-respond si bot. So as an example, magta-thumbs down na lang ako dito sa I'm curious about my solar savings potential. Kunwari, di ko nagustuhan yung way na in-answer niya. I'll hit this and you should be able to see it like this. Na ito yung sinabi, ito yung sample na sinabi ng customer. How do you want the bot to respond? As an example, lagay lang natin dyan ibahin natin yung tonality niya. I'd like to connect you with one of our solar experts. How does that sound? Yan, train bot. Pag na-train mo yung bot, knowledge base, pag na-hit mo yung train bot, automatically mag-a-adjust yung prompting niya so that it knows how to answer the same question to the other customers or to others. So let's try again. I'm curious. Start na tayo. Hello. Siyempre, everything starts with a hello. Di ba? Why not? I'm curious about the potential savings. I need help. Can you help me with that? I'm just very curious. You can be quirky, playful. To give you a rough estimate, what's your... okay, nagpo-provide pa rin siya ng value. I guess it's because nakalagay kasi sa prompt na mag-calculate. But, ayun. You should be able to play with this and like stress test this as much as you could. Now, as an example, kung gusto niyo malaman kung saan niyo nakuha yung instruction na yan, kunwari ako, gusto ko malaman saan niyo nakuha yung instruction na ganyan dapat sabihin, pinakita rin sa ato ni Andrew na if you click this, yung parang 2 stars na yan or shining, shivering na yan, you should be able to see it here na yung knowledge chunks, dito niyo nakuha yan. Ayun, based pala sa FAQ na sinetup ko na I would love a consultation, doon niyo kinuha yung ganyang sagot. And based on nag-base siya sa knowledge base niya, dito niya nakuha yung yung info, yung sasagot niya. And sa company knowledge base and sa rich text. So, even sa prompts, dito siya nag-base, which is yung naka-setup na prompt for him. And for your bot, you should go through this, like block a time out of your calendar to go through all of this, test the bot, stress test it, ulit-ulit, test it on Facebook as well, test it as much as you could test it, kumbaga, until you're quite ready na it's already working and you're quite happy with how it is so far. Like I said, doesn't have to be impressive, just needs to be useful. So yan, we went through a quick training ng bot. Does it work with Facebook comments? As far as I know, no. So itong bot goes, if you can remember, pinakita ko kanina, yung sa conversation AI, merong 3 areas, which is yung personality, yung goal, and yung additional information. Let's go through this one. Personality, goal, and additional instruction. Personality, how does the bot sound? Yung goal, what is the bot trying to accomplish? And additional instruction, how should it behave? Ito yun. Personality, ayan, nagpa-generate lang. I'll be honest, nagpa-generate lang ako kay ChatGPT because this is just a demo bot. And ideally, you can collaborate this with your client or you can wait for the document na i-share sa atin ni Andrew for the personality. Then goal as well, Andrew should be able to help us with this, yung sa prompt side of things, even sa additional information. You can just click this para ma-full screen. You should be able to see it ng much clearer. And ayun, if nagpa-practice ka lang, play around with this, use ChatGPT as a role-play partner or role-play business, and plug it in here, see how it works, adjust accordingly, break things, fix things, boring work again and again, until such time na you're gonna go ahead and sell it. What if my preferred channels na po connected sa GHL, pag sinave po ba automatic ko connect na siya sa messenger ng connected social media? What if gusto lang po muna i-test? Pag sinave mo siya, yes. So like, dito sa settings, if nilagay mo agad yung Facebook, and then integrated na yung Facebook, I can't show you yung integrations ko because makikita nyo kasi dun yung mga integrations, yung iba kong pages, and ayun, I can't show you the settings of my sub account, pero connected dito isa kong Facebook page just so I can test it. And then nung in-enable ko yung Facebook dito, and then I hit save, and then this is the primary bot as well. And nakaset na siya na primary bot, sumasagot siya dun sa Facebook. Just as long as it's already working, just as long as integrated siya ng maayos, sasagot na siya. If you want to test it, maybe use a different page or a mock-up page. Maybe that's like a good way to test it. So, yeah. But ayun, bot goals, yan yung prompting. Should spend enough time sa prompting as well. This is how your bot behaves. May bayad po ba pag in-integrate si ChatGPT or other tools sa knowledge base? Integrate sa knowledge base. You don't need to integrate anything sa knowledge base. Knowledge base is like the brain. That's it. You don't need to integrate ChatGPT sa knowledge base. And by default, naka-ChatGPT yung gantong by default, naka-ChatGPT yung AI ng high level. If testbot po muna, ano po ilalagay sa preferred channels? If testbot, you can you can have all actually you can have all of this na naka-check. And if wala namang kunwari WhatsApp, wala namang naka-connect na WhatsApp, hindi siya gagana, kumbaga. If wala namang integrated na Facebook account, hindi gagana yung Facebook, of course. But if you're just testing out chat widget or live chat, medyo mixed to eh. So, tinaturn on ko na lang to, chat widget and live chat. If gusto mo siya i-test sa isang funnel or sa isang website na may chatbot sa lower right, turn on mo to. Okay? Do you know any AI bot that can reply to Facebook comments? In my previous work, we often lost leads because not all comments on the Facebook page were replied to. I'm pretty sure possible siya with automations on GoHighLevel. Yeah, yan, MJ said it as well. So within automations, I don't want to take too much time with this, medyo off topic, but like sa automations, as far as I know, may trigger doon, may step doon na nag-identify if may reply sa comment on a specific post. And then you can have like a chat GPT step doon na maglalagay ka ng prompt, analyze this comment, answer appropriately, custom value, here's the comment, and then ganun. So possible siya with automation. But yeah, moving forward, last thing na we need to go over this is yung bot goals, yung sa prompting. We already went through yung prompting. With the help of Andrew's document, it should be easy and simple enough for us. Now, dito sa baba, you guys should be able to see yung mga ganitong options. Appointment booking, handover, contact info, auto follow-up, transfer bot, and yung mga ganyang actions. Tinurn on ko lang itong appointment booking because I want to have that option if they want to book a consultation. As you can see, if we click appointment booking, it lets you pick a calendar na gagamitin ng bot. I'll hit proceed. You have multiple options in here as well. I would not take the time to explain each and every single na nakasulat dyan. Just take your time to read this. You have this option as well na don't book appointment. I forgot paano ko to na-disable ko siya, but it's probably because one of these na naka-turn on. But I had this option before na only send the booking link. But mas prefer ko siyang hindi na lang yung booking link i-send. Medyo unsexy tingnan yung booking link. So, turn off ko na lang siya. You have multiple options in here and then I'll just hit save. You also have that multiple calendars as well for service-based businesses. Mga salon, barbershops, maybe spa, na may iba-ibang service, may 2 hours, 1 hour, and you have multiple calendars. You can have it in here as well. Yan. May parang clinic services test, services, ganun. So, you can have multiple calendars you can have multiple calendars na hinahandle ng isang chatbot as well. So that's appointment booking. Should be straightforward pag nabasa mo na siya while you're inside your high-level trial. Ito yung favorite ko, yung human handover. Kapag nag-request ng human, in-enable ko siya because I like this feature. Kapag nag-request ng human, yung nasa chatbot, I want to talk to the manager, I want to talk to a human, pwede ko mag-add ng example dyan na parang, I hate AI, give me human, na ganyan. Completely up to you. Ayun, as an example, pag ganyan yung na-reply ng kausap ng chatbot, it should say this na sure, I'm transferring your request to a human agent. Someone from the team will get back to you within 24 hours and then pwede mo siya i-assign to a specific user. So as an example, let's actually give this a shot. When I talk to a human, I'm transferring your request to a human agent. Someone from the team will get back to you in 24 hours. Pretty straightforward. So yeah, human requested, you can have it here para magkaroon ng scenario or scenarios. So na-transfer. So ayun, na-assign siya sa human and lack of information. If yung bot hindi sure how to answer, a trigger condition. The AI cannot find relevant information or lacks knowledge on the query. So final message, I'm sorry, I don't have the answer to your question at the moment. And then hand over sa human. And then more settings right here. Failed to resolve issue. Kapag multiple attempts to resolve the issue has failed. And then apologies, but escalated, blah, blah. There you go. Save. Then, yan. Yes, sir, I embedded the chatbot on your website. Yes, can I integrate that to my own coded website po? Yes. Embed lang. Yes. Maintindihan po ba ng bot if ibang language or dialect ang ginagamit, especially for local shops? I think we can test this. So yung language nito is English. Try natin. Magkano po solar? You can most definitely you should test your bot. So like if you have more questions, go for it. Test. Depend depende sa laki ng system at gamit mo at kuryente. Pero ballpark price ng gusto mo ng estimate para sa bahay mo? Di ko lang bakit. Pero gusto mo ba ng estimate para sa bahay mo? But yeah, I can just imagine kung Spanish yung nag-reply, then maybe actually this got this like we na pattern interrupt ako. So na to. But yeah, you can just definitely test if you have more questions. Yung knowledge base, paano ginawa? Yeah, yun na yung next natin. Before that, yeah, just explore these other actions, okay? You can also have like a trigger workflow na action na pwede ko mag-trigger ng workflow. Very, very simple. Just read through this and I know when to trigger the workflow. If escalated because of X, Y, and Z, trigger the workflow. Well, no, it would be straightforward and then test it if it works. All right, pretty simple. Bot trading goals, dashboard, simple as well. It's just numbers, statistics. So like you can show this to your client kapag actual working na kayo. So yeah, conversation AI. Yeah, ayun. Click around then ayun. Ayun. All right. Moving forward. Tapos na tayo dun. Now, knowledge base. So yun, napakita ko sa inyo kanina is ito yung ginagamit ko knowledge base, right? Sunny AI. Magugulat kayo kung gaano ka stupid easy i-set up ang isang knowledge base. So I click that. And sige, mag-start tayo dito. Create knowledge base. Day 2 knowledge base test. Hehe. Description is hehe. Let's do it. So yeah, nandito na tayo sa page, mag-add na tayo ng knowledge base. So you have multiple options here. You can have a web crawler, meaning ng web crawler, i-check niyo yung link na i-add mo. So as an example, mag-add tayo ng source, di ba? Source, and then web crawler. If say for example, I want the bot to understand what's inside my funnel or what's inside my website, gamitin ko tong web crawler. So pwedeng exact URL or all URLs in this domain. So exact URL, pwede ko ilagay dyan, bethecolony.com, and it should be able to go to the landing page. It should be this one, bethecolony.com. It should be able to crawl this website or crawl this landing page and mababasa niya yan, mababasa niya yan, mababasa niya yan, mababasa niya yung testimonials, mababasa niya lahat. Even yung mga FAQs, mababasa niya yung lahat so that dito sa knowledge base, ayan, extract data. Click extract data so you can see fetching pages. Now, nagsasend siya ng web crawler doon. So like, magkakaroon ng visitor yung landing page na to para basahin. Should be straightforward. Fetching pages, yun. FAQ, pwede ka mag-add ng FAQ. Add tayo, FAQ. How much? Solar. IDK. Kung gusto mo yun yung sagot, IDK. I'm making it simple, okay? That's why medyo binibilisan ko. But yun, FAQ. How much solar? Kung yun yung frequently asked na question, or kunwari, do you have financing options? And then you can just have an answer here just so may reference yung chatbot mo kung paano siya dapat sumagot. So like, yes, we do. If it's keeping it simple muna, this is just a demonstration. Tables, this is ito yung favorite way ni Andrew ng pag-create ng knowledge base. Ginagamit ko yung tables. As far as I know, nag-upload siya ng CSV files. Ito, CSV. So tables, parang siyang Google Sheet. So like, I'm assuming aware na kayo sa Google Sheet and like sa Microsoft Excel, right? So pag marami kayong data sa isang Microsoft Excel or sa Google Sheet, export it as CSV file, drag and drop here, just so maging knowledge base yun ng chatbot mo. Rich text, pwede ka mag-type lang dyan. Haha, yan. And then file upload, PDFs, document files, files ng company. Siyempre, dapat may NDA kayo for protection nila. Files ng offer ng company, files ng how they do stuff, and everything in between. You can have it in here if you want it to be part of the knowledge base. So as an example, punta ako sa sinetup ko na Sunny AI na knowledge base. Naglagay ako ng rich text as an example lang naman. So sa rich text, if very familiar kayo or like daily user kayo ng AI, you should be able to see na this is just an AI-generated na knowledge base. So nagbigay siya sa akin ng company name, founded in 2018, blah, 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 blah. And then, ayan, nagbigay siya ng very simple knowledge base just for the sake of demonstration, just for the sake of trial. So, may time earlier na tinry ko yung ano niya. Tinry kong i-test yung knowledge base niya. Tinanong ko siya, ano yung installation process nila. It was able to answer na yung step 1, it starts with this one. And then nagtanong siya if I want to find out more about a specific step. So it was able to gather yung gayong information. So tinesting ko lang, I hit save. Even FAQs, as I try to improve the bot, nagkakaroon ng FAQs. So I'm curious about my solar savings potential. Ito yung nagiging sagot niya. Or ito pala, I would love a consultation. Ito na yung sagot niya. So ayun. Gagana ba yung Google Excel or Google Sheet? Gagana ba yung Google Excel kung link sa Excel nandun yung mga details or data? I've asked Andrew about this, yung sa web crawler. I think the question is, gagana ba na yung web crawler makakapunta sa Google Sheet, right? And siguro kung user kayo ng internet or nag-work kayo online, familiar kayo na shareable ang link ng Google Sheets and Google Docs. So yes, just as long as yung settings naka-viewer or naka-editor, syempre kapag hindi yun, naka-private yun, hindi yun masisilip ng web crawler. So just have it na nasa viewer and or maybe even editor. And then i-crawl yun nitong knowledge base, itong web crawler. Now, the only downside with doing that is there's like a slight delay kung gagawin mo yun. Just for the bot to extract the information, this is how Andrew has explained it. Just for the bot to extract information from the Google Sheet na naka-shareable link, it might take like the extra second. If you want your bot to answer seamlessly or quicker, it might take the extra second just to do that. And parang mas recommend niya yung rich text or sorry, yung tables. Kasi it's natively supported and it's just faster since natively ma-upload mo yung CSV file. Ayun, that's the knowledge base. How I typically do knowledge bases, I hop on a call with a client, dala-dala best friend ko, Fireflies, or kung ano mang note taker gusto nyo isama. Just so the whole call is transcribed, sorry. And then kapag na-transcribe na, bibigyan lang ng summary ni Fireflies. Although mas kinukuha ko yung buong, actually, kukunin ko lang yung summarization or summary. And then I'll upload it as a PDF file. Now it knows about the business, kumbaga. So that's how I would do it. Magdadala ako ng note taker. And also I would ask for like files. Kung merong files na available yung company about them, I would use web crawler para mabasa netong knowledge base yung contents ng website, ng current website ng client mo, whether it's a solar company or whatever the niche is, masascan yun. And I think the cool feature ng web crawler is you can, tawa ko dito, web crawler, you can have all URLs in this domain. So if ilalagay ko dyan, bthecolony.com, lahat ng na-publish ko before na funnels and websites under this domain, whether it has like /home or /contact or /services, whether kung ano man yung magiging URL path nun, isascan ngayon lahat ng within that domain. I-extract niya yung data and it should be able to use it as knowledge base. Pretty straightforward mag-build ng knowledge base, and I'm hoping it's nothing rocket science for you guys. But ayun, maybe one final note na gusto ko i-share sa inyo when you're building an AI chatbot. Let's go through it. Sites. So kapag mag-i-install na kayo ng AI chatbot, pero kung maglalagay na kayo ng AI chatbot, let's say for example this one, calculator test. Kung ano man to. Kapag maglalagay ng chatbot, you don't need to embed the code. You can do that. Yes, it should work. But much simpler na step is heading sa settings ng funnel or website. I'm assuming possible din siya sa website. Heading to settings, and you should be able to see here, chat widget. You can have primary chat widget 1. Apparently yun yung pangalan, but primary chat widget 1. Yun natin ginawa ko primary. That's why yun yung available na option. So hit save, and then it should be there. Let's give it a shot. View, and then there you go. Lower right. Should be, na-testing ko siya na maraming beses earlier, and ayun. The web chat or widget is already there. For the customization naman ng chat widget, you should be able to see it here. Diba sites? And then dyan yung funnels. Sa right side may chat widget. Click that. And makikita mo dyan yung primary chat widget na ginagamit mo. Or sorry, mag-start tayo with a new one. Sorry kung nabibigla kayo. So chat widget, create new, use this, yung live chat if you want to have the chatbot sa website or funnel, itong live chat yung gagamitin mo. Other options, you can just explore it on your own time. But for our context, live chat yung ginamit ko. And it's this one. Ito dapat yung makikita nyo. Ito yung example na sa lower right. You can adjust the styles, the colors, whatever it is na gusto mong gawin. Just look into this. You can have it there, wherever you want it to be placed. Widget dimension, keep it auto. Ito yung, like, if there's anything na note down nyo for having the chatbot properly set up, na gumagana siya. Pag nandito na yan, nag-build ng widget, hit nyo yung chat window, there should be an option that you need to turn off. Give me a second. This one. Keep disabled if using conversation AI. So it should be sa live chat assigned. So chat window, live chat assigned, yung drop down na yan, look for this option, show live chat welcome message. You need to keep it disabled. By default, naka-turn on siya. So ganito yung magiging itsura niyan, yung parang humihingi lang siya ng contact details, ganito. So I'm assuming if nag-build kayo ng AI chatbot, you wouldn't like it na form lang yung binibigay. So ayun, if you want to use yung AI chatbot na develop nyo, you need to keep this turned off, and then it should work from there. Ayun, keep disabled if using conversation AI. Turn off, then it should work. Other than that, anything in here, mga adjustable na according to your preference. Just look into this on your own time. Okay? So, ayun, welcome message, return visitor, custom greeting. You can have that as well. Just play around with this, actually. So you can even replace yung image na yan, nasa lower right. Lagay mo yung mukha mo if you want to. If you want to. Whatever it is. Ayun. You can have it, yan, check mo yan. Click around, break things, fix things, and get code. Yan yung code. Copy it, paste it. It should work. I've tried this before with a friend of mine na sa ibang hosting yung ginagamit niya for website. Pinis niya lang to sa, if I'm not mistaken, pinis niya lang to dun sa header something, and then it just worked. So, yeah. But yeah, I think we already covered everything you need to know sa conversation AI. I don't want to spend time sana with very sorry with voice AI. This is medyo magiging complicated siya. Slightly lang naman. Very doable pa rin naman. But honestly, you can just click around with this one. Quite a similar setup when it comes to conversation AI. The only thing with this one is merong slight complications. Like the test mo siya, you can choose a GPT model, and then ito yung message and all that. But it's very doable to, kumbaga. Agent goals and yung prompt. If you want more actions after the call or during the call, you can set it up there. Phone availability, kung merong phone numbers, and then dashboard. Quite a similar look sa conversation AI with a slight sophistication into it. And by the way, like, let me just say it again, this will only make sense if you give it a shot yourself and you try to build an actual AI system yourself. And, okay, here's another thing. Alive and kicking, thank you so much. I love the energy. Here's another thing. Even if you get confused in any step, first and foremost, nag-exist ang internet, welcome to planet Earth. Ask ChatGPT, ask YouTube University, ask GoHighLevel articles. Number 2, you have weekly Q&A calls with me every Friday, 9 p.m. I'm here live, ask questions, we can go through it. And ayun. Number 3, if you need daily support, if you want daily support, if you want me to be active, or like if you want to if you want daily support from me and other high caliber people, ang bilis, Jen. But yeah, if you like daily support, from me and other, and I'm not even kidding, mga people na high caliber na system specialists, mga client onboarding na mga people na even I myself am learning from them. Kumbaga, we have the private community na I do believe it's like much more, it's a much more valuable experience, and my goal for it is meron tayong repeatable process para magkaroon ng client ang isang tao. I am very close. Ito pala another thing about the private community. I am very close to being able to do that, na makapag-guarantee na within that private community makakuha kayo ng sarili yung client. I just need some time to develop how I would be able to do it, yung repeatable process na sinasabi ko, but it will be there. At sumali sa daily calls, yun yung the best. Actually, it's actually the best. So, yeah.
All right, day 2 is already done. And by this point, you should already know how to build it, how to position it, and how you could charge and how much you should charge for your AI system. And moving forward to day 3, this is where it all comes together. We are talking about outreach, messaging, sales calls, and getting you signed with your first client within the next 30 days. Most people never reach it this far, and this is also the part where most people quit. So I would highly recommend you not to skip this part, and it's all because papunta na tayo sa exciting times. And again, if you want to build your own GoHighLevel conversation AI or any AI system within GoHighLevel, I would recommend you to go to the description box below, start your 30-day free trial so you can follow along and set it up yourself while you're watching day number 3. And with all of that out of the way, let's now head to day number 3, the last day for this full course.
All right, thank you for the W's. So to quickly recap muna tayo day 1 and day 2, just so nothing's crazy. Day 1, ito yung una nating problem na sinolve. Niche finding, more about learning the ROI of your system. So reset thinking, not to overthink, identifying the real problem, creating your offer, your positioning, a simple guarantee, risk reversal, and then one niche, research ng niche, one sentence offer, one sentence guarantee. Okay. Day 2, we understood what we are building. Nag-demonstrate ako how to build your first chatbot, and lahat yun nagsa-start with two areas, the knowledge base and the prompting side of things. Spend equivalent time on both areas. Should be able to build your MVP or minimum viable product, the most basic version ng AI bot na ibebenta mo later. You stress test it. That's mandatory, and you need to visualize your 60-second demo as well, and it will be helpful to you later as well. So package it, name, one-line description, why it matters, and then ayun, you should already have, I'm hoping, since the last 24 hours, you at least worked on building one AI system, one clear use case, or you understand the use case of your AI system, nakapag-visualize ng 60-second demo, or you have tried recording a 60-second demo, and you get it on how to explain it to your potential client with a targeted niche in mind. So I'm actually curious, can you type W, sino yung parang nagte-take action every time na may homework na ganito? Sino yung nag-take action about this? Like, nag-follow along talaga with day 1, day 2. I understand, yung ibang tao kukumpletuhin mo na and then will take action. I just wanted to know sino yung nag-follow along na as days go. Okay, couple of people here and there, several maybe. But yeah, all right, this is a fun one. Medyo obsessed ako sa topic ng client outreach and signing your very first client. It has been one of the core challenges na sinasolve ko for different freelancers. Even I myself has dealt with this problem past couple of years at least, or maybe past, can't really say several years kasi haven't been around ng 7 years or several or more than 5 years. So, ayun. But anyway, let's start with day 3. So, the goal for today's event or itong session natin for today is that it's not about learning more anymore. Kasi after this, wala ng day 4 sprint, or it's literally a 3-day sprint. So after this, more about taking action and more about doing the repetitive work, doing the boring stuff. It will be boring later. I can virtually guarantee you. It will be boring later, and it's meant to be boring. And it's up to you if you will proceed kahit pa boring siya. And that's how you win. People will find it boring, uncomfortable, titigil, and that's when you win because you will keep on going. I'm hoping you keep on going. And so from here, it's going to be more about taking action. All right, happy face. All right. Right. By the end of the day, you should already have real leads. I will show you paano kayo kuha ng leads nyo. Like, gagawa kayo ng list of leads that you can reach out to. I'm sorry, didn't have enough time to build you guys a simple tracker para sa leads. I might reference a tracker na shinare sa akin dati ni Polly within the colony community. Just didn't have the time na mapag-build ng tracker nyo. But any tracker will do. So maybe even Google Sheet. A very simple Google Sheet na tracker. Real leads, real messages sent. I will show you as well anong klaseng message yung dapat i-build nyo or anong klaseng first touch point, anong klaseng first message yung dapat nyo send. Real conversations, I'm very much hoping as well na kapag na-send kayo yung first couple of messages nyo, first several, maybe first 20, first 50 messages, meron kayong conversations na start and finally, magkaroon kayo ng real momentum na ma-realize nyo na, okay, this could work. And there's a light at the end of the tunnel, kumbaga. All right, so pro tip, you actually only need one method when it comes to generating leads for your AI system. You already have a niche in mind. I'm hoping meron kayong niche in mind na target nyo. And so there are many ways to get clients. Today, you will only choose one of the following, okay? And by the way, lahat yan ay free methods, yung 1, 2, and 3. One, yung Boolean search. I'm not even sure if tama yung pagbasa ko dyan. Basta it's like Boolean. I'm not sure. Boolean search or Boolean technique. Number 2 is Google Maps scraping. It's a free method as well. Number 3 is Facebook groups. All of the 3 methods work, like I said. None of them is better than the others. What matters is that you commit to one and then execute. Commit to doing single method. Maybe try yung 3 different methods initially. And then kapag nagkaroon ka ng idea na mas nag-resonate sa'yo yung isang method, go for that and execute. Do not try to do all 3 things consistently. Do not try to do all 3 methods consistently for like the next 30 days, the next 60 days. Ginagawa mo yung 3 methods. I would say that's how people stay stuck because iba't ibang methods yan and it's just way better to keep on pounding on the same method and doing the same method again and again. Coach Matt, how many posts para sa FB groups? How many posts para sa FB groups? It's actually a good question. I would say it's not necessarily about posting on Facebook groups because a lot of admins hate people na nagpo-post and merong intention behind it to, what do you call it, solicit or magbenta ng services. Best would be, Facebook would be about relationship building talaga. We'll tackle Facebook group in just a second here. So we'll tackle Facebook groups. So are you with me so far? Heat check lang ulit before we head to step 1. Are you with me so far? Maybe confettis na reaction. You only need one method. Nandun pa lang tayo. We're just going through 3 methods kung paano yung makapag-generate ng leads completely for free as well. Thank you so much for the confettis. Let's now get started. Pick your method. Number 1, pick your method. Prepare ko na yung mga possible methods nyo. And these are methods na natutunan ko lang rin alongside observing kung ano yung methods na work best sa freelancing. And of course, sa freelancing, nag-exist ang mga job boards, but we can't really sell to a specific niche kung aasa tayo sa job boards, right? And so, kaya hindi part of the method yung job boards like yung OLJ and yung Upwork and yung other freelancing platforms. You can start there kung freelancer ka lang looking for your first client and you don't want to build your first system yet or find your first niche yet. You're just looking for your very, very first client and just trying to make couple of $100, ganyan. You can start there, definitely. But for this one, we're specifically solving one problem using one solution, an AA system, and we're using one method of outreach. So here are 3 methods to find your first client. Number 1, start tayo dito, the Boolean search. This is targeted and very precise. Who here has heard of itong Boolean search? Can you type like 1 sa chat? Number 1. Sino yung familiar sa Boolean search and has tried it before? Can you type 1? Wala? Anyone has an idea? Or wala? I think medyo mind-boggling siya for you guys. Kasi honestly for me before ang ginagawa ko to generate leads para mahanap ko yung mga solar companies. Hindi ko alam yung Boolean search. Dati, I used to purchase lead database from softwares such as Apollo.io. This is lead gen po, di ba? Yes, this is for lead gen. Dati bibili pa ako sa Apollo.io para i-cold call ko sila, i-cold email ko sila, and it used to cost me a lot of money. I can't believe recently ko lang nalaman tong Boolean search. So let's get started. This method uses Google like a database. You can search for business owners in your niche, in a specific city or location, and on real platforms. This method is best if you like precision control, targeted outreach, and the goal of for this method is to find your first 10 or 20 real leads that you can reach out to. Yeah, may lead database na ako yan. All right, there we go. So I've already prepared itong link na ito, yung Boolean technique, just so you have this document. It's like the way that you can understand how it works. May very slight technicality siya, but let me demonstrate how it works. Tulad yan, basic business owner discovery. As an example, you'd be able to see, let's use this one. Site, and then I forgot anong pangalan nito, like colon, semicolon. Site, linkedin.com, and parenthesis, founder or co-owner, and gym, and New York. So, like I said, kakopy ko lang yan. Going back muna dito sa Canva, this method uses Google like a database. Kasi if we head to the search bar sa URL, if I paste this, lalabas yung LinkedIn accounts. LinkedIn, by the way, kasi yun yung platform na nilagay natin. LinkedIn, and then yung mga LinkedIn na may nakalagay na founder or co-owner sa profile nila, and may nakalagay na gym, and nakalagay din yung New York na keyword. And from here, nung una ko ito nakita, it was at least for me, it was mind-boggling because here's one, si Josh York, si Mateo Lopez, Ethan Blonner, Sarid, Rachel, Amit, Mark Fisher, Jason, Alejandro, and the list goes on. Sa Google, there's like more pages, of course. And the reason why by this point, by using Boolean technique, the reason why you have unlimited leads is because this is just a specific niche, gyms, within a specific location na New York. And you have more than 10 pages, I'm assuming, for every search. Alam ko kaninong galing yan, Coach Man. Galing kay Coach. I didn't learn kay Coach Jay-Z. I'm sorry. But yeah, I just learned it when I saw your YouTube interview with Magjo. Forgot their names. Yes. Kay Renz and Fritz. Sa lang natutunan. Ayan. Si Renz. Nandito pala si Renz. Man, it was like, parang nung nalaman ko tong method na to, nisip ko, bakit ngayon ko lang ito nalaman? I used to spend, like guys, keep in mind, I used to spend 25,000 pesos per month just to do my automated email outreach and to have my own leads database, kumbaga. People spend money for Sales Navigator ng LinkedIn just to find targeted business owners. Keep that in mind. And you're saving shitloads of money just by doing this method. You're using Google as your database. Yan ba yung Instantly.ai? Yes. Instantly.ai, yung sinasabi ko, gumastos ako ng 25,000. May free credits naman si Apollo. It's not enough, I'm telling you. You can start there, but it's just not enough. Feeling ko ang dami ko parang nasayang oras and brain power dati. All right, so yeah, let's move on to another example. So site.linkedin.com and founder. I'll keep this founder or co-owner or, add tayo ng CEO maybe. And then palitan natin yung niche. Lagay natin solar and palitan natin yung location. Gawin natin sa Canada, Ontario maybe. There you go. Chairman and CEO at Canadian Solar Inc. AI Hollingsworth, CEO, Jan Axel Wolf, Jean Pierre, David. And these are people you can actually reach out to. So, ayun, that's how the Boolean search technique works. And nandito yun lahat sa document na to. Ayun, yung examples nandito. And stuff you need to keep in mind. Ayun, like mga operators for you to keep in mind when you're trying to look for specifics, kumbaga. But just by showing you a quick example neto, gets nyo na eh. You can also switch platforms na parang instead of LinkedIn, let's go to Facebook. Should be able to see na Facebook. Facebook, Canadian Solar Founder. Okay. Dennis Ibarra, huh? Philippines. But you get the point. Ito, Ontario. May keywords kasi yung mga, yung mga links na yan, kumbaga. Maybe Instagram, you can also give it a shot. There we go. There we go. Mga links yan na you can look into and find the business owner. Another example is, if I'm not mistaken, pwede rin gamitin nata dito, if I'm not mistaken, yung mga Yelp. There we go. And you can probably reach out to these people as well. So hindi ka lang locked into just social media sites. I think nag-exist din sa US yung, I'm not sure kung familiar kayo dito, but yung Angie's List ba yun? It's not that well known, but Angie's List. So maybe kung gagamitin natin to as, try natin like Angie.com. So Angie's List, yeah. Still, these are potentially still mga sites that you can look for your business owners. But preferably, if I were to do it again, baka mag-start ako sa LinkedIn because mas super targeted and the actual business owners yung makikita mo. And the actual name, redfin.com. What's Redfin? Ano yung Redfin? Probably. You can give it a shot yourself. Do you guys like a copy of this? Etong ano na to? Boolean search template. Thumbs up, of course. Di ba? Like, why not? Why not? Lagay ko lang sa viewer para hindi nyo ma-delete. But the link of this is within this Canva board din naman, which is ito, Boolean technique. And so, ayun. That's one. Ways for you to generate leads. So yung mga yan, kita nyo yung social media platforms nila. A cool thing about this is ginagamit ko na yung Boolean technique whenever I'm looking for specifics. So kunwari, this might sound weird, but last week si Andrew, I needed to look for his Facebook account because I needed photos para sa slides ko. I was able to look for him using Boolean technique, honestly. Ayun. So make good use of this method. Okay? This is gold. I'm hoping it is. But yeah, that's one. We got one method down. Nagets nga ba yun? May question ba kayo so far about Boolean? Gets nga ba yun? All good? All right. All right. Moving forward. Google Map scraping. This is the method na fast and simple naman. Tulad ng nilagay ko dyan. This is fast and simple. And it's very simple because you don't need to understand yung mga nakita nyo sa Boolean technique na parang may and, may or, may this and that. Maybe ayaw nyo gawin yun. Maybe natatakot kayo sa techie stuff na too technical, but it was very simple to understand, I would say. Ito naman, fast and simple. This method uses Google Maps to find local businesses with websites, phone numbers, and public profiles. Ginagawa ko before, gumagamit ako ng Google Maps. It's a very common method to do, or very common method para maghanap ng leads or mag-scrape ng leads. It's a free method as well. I'll search up solar companies within a single area, and then i-check ko yung actually let me demonstrate it. Google Maps. Let's do it. Let's say, for example, head to Australia, right? Perth, right? So within this area, ito, like let's say ito, somewhere here. So something that you need to keep in mind, if gagamitin niyo yung method na to, you don't search for businesses like this much. Now zoom out because kapag sinearch mo dito, solar, ganito yung lalabas. Okay? The nifty trick about this is if you zoom in a bit further, such as like that, and search this area, mas marami pang results lalabas. Can you see the pinpoints na biglang lumabas? So don't search na ganito lang and then you switch areas. You need to zoom in a bit more and search this area. And then may iba pang may iba pang lumalabas. So you need to be meticulous about this, kumbaga. Slightly, not too much, but siguro yung ganyan na good scale, maybe, mga ganyan. And then search this area, and then makikita mo na yung good ones. The cool thing about this is ma-personalize mo yung message mo because you have their accounts, you have their websites, and you have information about them. You can easily look up websites na tulad na ito. Perth Solar Power, meron lang silang 2-star reviews. You can help them with their reviews as a side note. And you can, parang kahit ba hindi about your AI system, you know for a fact na maybe this person, there's a high likelihood that this person needs some help sa online presence. Because yung 2 stars alone, it feels like di nila, kasi na ganun pakialam sa, sa online presence nila. So you can click this, you should be able to see yung website nila. I bet you guys could do better than this. Hula ko lang to. I've never looked this up before, yung website na to. But let's have a look kung ano yung tsura ng website nila. Can you guys do better sa design nito? You guys would be surprised sa pag nag-search na kayo ng website ng mga businesses. Can you guys do better sa website na ito? Like type number 1 sa chat. Can you guys have like a web chat widget sa website nila? You can type 1 in the chat. Do you think there's room for improvement sa website nila? Kumbaga, like low quality images, stock footages. Look at this photo right here, cut out. Walang lead magnet. What is this section scrolling? And yeah, I know for a fact you guys could do way better than this. Kahit template nga lang gamitin. Yes. Yes, exactly. So you guys need to get started taking action. But yeah, I'm not really hindi ko sinisiraan tong business na to. I'm just saying these people need some help because they just don't know sino tutulong sa nila, and they probably didn't have the time to work on that. So as a side note or a side quest, you can look at their websites, and if there's room for improvement, you can help them on their website as well. So like you can offer a revamp sa website nila alongside the AI widget na ibebenta nyo. Okay, as a side quest, you can add that as a value proposition. Do not like the colors, interface features, sorry, can be improved pa. Of course, I do agree with you on that. Look at the mixture na itong gradient black and white and gradient orange and green. It doesn't sit right, at least sa mata ko. But yeah, well, anyway, let me close this down. You get the point. Search sa Google Maps, makikita yung website. If you're a hardcore na ginagawa to, you want to cold call people, you can very much cold call them. And the cool thing about this is sa website pa lang nila, you already have multiple ways to reach out to them. Phone number is there, contact us. Whenever I go through websites, I just hit Control F and then shift number 2, which is yung at. Then I should be able to see naka-highlight na yung possible na email that I can send an email to, or I can just head to their social media sites, Facebook, maybe LinkedIn, and I can send a message there. So, ayun, that's one way na maka-generate ng leads. Google Maps, and there are like tons of businesses. Yung sinearch nating area, it's just a tiny, very tiny, very tiny area sa Australia. And you have like multiple states, the United States, if you want to keep on going. You can do this on your own time. You have Sacramento, yan, yung lugar na yan. You can search this area, search that. You have unlimited attempts into this, I'm telling you. Okay? Google Maps, it works. Okay? Even European countries, medyo may struggle lang sa language barrier minsan sa ibang places, but UK could be a good start if you're trying to target European countries. So yeah, there we go. All right, let me close this down. Balik na tayo dito sa Canva. So yeah, this method uses Google Maps to find local businesses with websites, phone numbers, and public profiles. You will search your niche, click business profiles, collect contact info, and then reach out. As simple as that. Search the niche. Sinearch ko kanina, solar lang yung keyword. Click the business profiles. Check nyo kung sino yung may mga low quality reviews, or sino yung may mga low quality websites, or maybe even walang website. Ayun. Search for those businesses. Of course, huwag nyo nang bentahan ng service nyo yung mga super top quality business na parang established na may 1,000 5-star reviews. There's a high likelihood na they're not gonna give it a shot na itest yung system mo. Maybe bigyan ka ng maybe may 1% chance na kunin ka, but ayun, I'm just saying. Moving forward, this is best if you like speed, volume, and simplicity because it's very simple. Like Google search lang, ganun. I mean, simple lang din naman yung Boolean search. But ayun, moving forward, the goal is to collect 20 to 30 businesses. 20 to 30 information, 20 to 30 businesses or information ng 20 to 30 businesses, okay? At least within the next 24 hours. It's very doable. Pinakita ko sa inyo how to do it, Google Maps. And as a pro tip, nilagay ko dyan, use GoHighLevel's prospecting tool. If nasa-search ang isang business sa Google Maps, makikita nyo yan sa prospecting tool. Sino nakatry na ng prospecting tool ng GoHighLevel? You're missing out if hindi nyo pa nakikita yung prospecting tool ng GoHighLevel. And by the way, don't generate a marketing audit report for the business if they're not in contact with you yet, kumbaga. So you will only generate. So basically kasi, to give you guys a context, for those of you guys who don't know, prospecting tool, pwede ka mag-generate dyan ng marketing, sorry sa handwriting, marketing audit report. And as far as I know, you can only generate 5 per day marketing audit report. That's why kung cold yung business and hindi mo pa sila na-reach out and hindi ka pa nila kilala, wag ka muna mag-generate ng marketing audit report for them. And by the way, if you're asking, marketing audit report, mapapakita doon yung website speed nila, available ba yung web chat widget nila, nandun ba? Mapapakita doon yung Google reviews nila. So it's like an overall marketing audit report or like yung online presence audit report nila. You can give it a shot. I'm not gonna spend like 20 minutes explaining prospecting tool. But if you're going to use this method, yung Google Maps, I recommend partnering that up with the prospecting tool. Because if you can see them sa Google Maps, there's a high likelihood na it works sa prospecting tool as well ng GoHighLevel. Okay? Who's still with me so far with the two methods? These are two methods so far para makapag-generate ng leads. Moving forward, this is fairly simple as well. Facebook groups. Okay? This is warm and relationship-based. Warm because you'll be targeting people na within a group na quite active. The cool thing about groups, you can also apply this on LinkedIn, by the way. The cool thing about groups is that if they are already part of groups, mapapansin nyo rin naman to, if you're part of a Facebook group and somebody posted in that Facebook group, mag-a-appear yung post mo, nag-a-appear yung post nila sa feed mo, sa main feed mo, because part ka ng Facebook group, right? So it's one way to get in front of your target clients. If you join Facebook groups, provide value, aka leaving a comment, answering questions, trying to help out, trying to provide solutions. And you should not be selling right off the bat when it comes to Facebook groups. I would not recommend na magpo-post ka kagad dun na, hey, I'd like to do this for you, who wants to take this offer, yung ganun. Automatically, mababan ka. Put your smart hats on, maging respectful kayo sa Facebook groups, inalagaan nila yung pag-build ng groups na yan and communities na yan. And so they would really appreciate it if mag-ano una, like I said, it's a relationship-based na method. Mag-develop ka muna ng relationship, mag-build ka ng trust. It might take some time, but magiging top contributor ka dyan if super active ka. And ayun, from there, pag nag-leave ka ng comments, natulungan mo yung nag-post, and at the same time, there's a high likelihood na may ibang tao makakita ng comment mo and could be interested in, finding out more about what you do and what you can do for them. I've seen it like dozens of times by this point, kumbaga. It works, okay? Like I said, yung 3 methods na yan, it works. You just need to pick one. You don't need to do all 3 at the same time. Pick one and pound it again and again. Pick one and ulit-ulit mo yan. So, Facebook groups. Yeah, this method focuses on joining niche-related groups. I've been part of solar groups before. You guys can see one of my posts, discussions, text channels, a free community. Isa sa mga pinost ko doon na nakapin is how I generated a client through Facebook groups. You can look at my post in there and you can look at how many people responded to that post. And so this method focuses on observing real problems as well. Maybe nag-share sila ng problems sila doon and you can try to understand it. Try to understand how they post back and forth, how they comment on each other. It should be through answering questions. Dito nga nagpo-focus yung method na to because the goal of this is to provide value first and to build trust as well. And being helpful because this is a relationship-based method. And like I said earlier, you are not supposed to pitch right off the bat. This might take a bit longer, but this has like more leverage because for one action, multiple people ang nakakita ng ginagawa mo because it's Facebook groups. So sa method na to, you are providing value, starting conversations, building trust, and offering help. Should be straightforward. Like medyo repetitive na nga. And this is best if you like community, conversations, and relationship building. And you don't have to be scared of these business owners. Kasi at the end of the day, like I said, you're just providing value to them, answering questions, leaving your thoughts, and leaving, solutions. You're not really selling it to them. You're not negotiating with them kaagad, and you're not really, hindi mo sila sinisiraan sa mga business nila, kumbaga. You're providing value. They should be thanking you for doing that, kumbaga. The goal of this is to start 5 to 10 meaningful conversations or group engagements by probably leaving a comment or joining Facebook groups and then leaving a comment, and ayun, relationship based siya. So build relationships. So when it comes to Facebook groups, here's a quick guide na gusto ko share sa inyo. And before I open this link, itong link na to, this is a YouTube video na unreleased. It has been around for how long? Let's actually see. This is a YouTube video na sa channel ko lang. This has been released 1 month ago sa private community. And I'm gonna release this very soon, by the way. And nakita nyo naman na dito, so I'll send you guys the link. Si Jeffrey, na-interview ko siya because yung way niya ng pag-generate ng conversation sa Facebook groups, it stood out based sa naaral ko before and how I've done it. I think yung method niya, it stood out. Ginawa niyang post, okay? Basically, to quickly summarize, like a quick overview, nag-join siya sa multiple na mga Facebook groups, and then yung klase ng post niya is something like this, okay? You might find this interesting. Maybe di nyo mabasa. Very sorry, but ito. Gym owners, when a new lead comes in asking about membership, how long does it take from their first inquiry to getting them in for a trial? Is the delay causing you to lose potential customers, potential members? Question mark. As you can see, he's not trying to sell anything. He's trying to actually relate na parang bang business owner din siya ng gyms, right? He's trying to ask questions to other people. And this question alone should spark conversations. And yun yung nangyari kay Jeffrey. Dahil sa ganitong post niya, may nag-comment sa kanya, may nag-reach out sa kanya, and si Jeffrey nag-offer ng free work. Like, nag-offer siya ng free service sa business owner na yun. Sobrang natuwa yung business owner na yun. It got to the point na kahit in-offer na for free, binayaran pa rin siya ng client na yun. It was a cool story, and I'll leave the link dito sa chat. There you go. Save the link. Di pa siya nakapublish, di pa siya nakapublic. You can watch it on your own time. It's a 20-minute video. You guys can learn from this guy, si Jeffrey, when it comes to Facebook groups. Okay? Sa kung paano nyo ginawa and kung paano ka magsa-spark ng relationship-based na conversations. Okay? May bigyan kayo ng tips. Is that awesome? So, how was the 3 methods so far? Are you guys still with me? Ayoko masyadong magmadali. So, thank you for this, sir. You now have multiple methods makakuha ng client or maka-generate ng list of leads to reach out to without spending anything. Time and effort na lang ang i-invest, man. Solid. Thank you so much. Thank you for this, sir. You're very much welcome. Really hoping very soon may makasign ng client sa inyo. And by the way, before we proceed, itong tumbler na to, yung GoHighLevel tumbler, one of you guys could win this GoHighLevel tumbler. First to sign a client na paying client with your AI systems, I'll ship this high-level tumbler to you guys straight to your doorway, at least kung domestic. But anyway, those are the 3 methods para makapag-generate ng lead list. Leads or potential customers, potential clients for you to offer your AI systems. Now, I'm gonna reiterate it. Important rule is to pick one, then execute. No overthinking. Okay? Ang ayaw mangyari is that week 1, you try this. Week 2, you try this method. Week 3, you try a different method. And then balik ka sa method na to, and then switch method again and again. And then you try to execute all methods. No. At least spend like a solid 2 months only doing a single method because all 3 methods work. Okay? At least spend 2 months straight or 3 months straight na you're just sticking to a single method and masasanay kayo sa isang method lang. And after that, if you want to broaden up the way you look for businesses, try the other methods. Okay? So, yeah. Important rule, pick one. Moving forward, step 2. Step 2 pa lang pala tayo. For 9:46 na. Step 2, follow the simple messaging framework. Some of you guys, syempre, may lead list na kayo. The next question is, what do we say? Paano tayo magsa-spark ng magandang conversation? Paano tayo magsa-start ng conversation? You only need to follow this simple messaging framework na ilalagay ko dyan. Your message should not sound like marketing. You have probably heard of these slides before. Are you tired of chasing new leads? Want to grow your business with AI? Question mark. Skyrocket your business today with AI. You guys have already heard this like before, and even sa ibang contexts, commercials. sa YouTube ads, sa Facebook ads, you've heard of the same lines na ginagamit ng mga marketers. Pagod na yung tao dyan, and we immediately, pag nakakarinig tayo yan, guarded up tayo, nabebentahan tayo, and like, almost as if isasara na natin yung tainga natin pag ganyan eh. Pag ayaw mo nang mabentahan, kumbaga. It should sound like a human noticing something. Yun yung messaging framework na gagawin natin. Your first message or your initial touch point should sound like a human noticing something. Sound like a human. Just like yung pinakita kong example kayo na ginawa ni Jeffrey. Yung post niya, it really sounds like gym owner lang siya na parang nagsasuffer and nagre-relate, and he's just trying to ask questions kung may advice yung ibang business owners. Right? And then, ayun, you can use this 4-part framework na I'll be sharing below. So, I wanted to quickly add this, itong screenshot na to. This is a screenshot from my Miro board, M-I-R-O. Maybe you guys have seen this before. Ito yung parang sa lahat ng ina-explain ko, nandito lahat ng dinadrawing ko sa Miro. Yung tinatawag ko nga ito, mahiwagang blackboard eh. And then there's this one single specific na napakalit na section right here na nandyan, alam ko for a fact na nandyan lagi yan yung ano. Whenever people are asking me, how do I send an email? How do I send my message, my first touch point? Dito ako nag-zoom in. Gusto lang i-share na ito yung whiteboard. Okay? So ito siya. Zoomed in. Okay? So, ito yung lagi kong ginagamit na example. May pick ako niyan. Okay, props to you for that. But ito yung ginagamit ko laging example. And before we tackle yung example na to, let's go through this. Let's go through this one muna. Yung personalization right here, yung problem right here, solution, and yung soft CTA, which is down below. So then, personalization, problem, solution, and soft CTA. So personalization. So sa personalization na section ng messaging mo, you must show that you took the time out of your day to look into their business or accounts. You must make them feel like you're not just sending an email blast or an SMS blast or a DM blast na copy and pasted, and that you don't care about doing business, you only care about making money. You took the time out of your day to look into their accounts, and that you're there to genuinely help them out, because you should be seeing sales that way. You should be seeing signing clients that way. You're not here to sign a client to make money. You're here to help out your clients so that ultimately they'll pay you money for the help that you do. That's why, ayun, I'm hoping you see sales that way, not as just purely selling, kumbaga. So yeah. So sa personalization, this proves that you're not spamming people. Like I said, it shouldn't sound like DM blast na parang send to all, copy and paste. It shows that you did your homework. You're a real human, not an automated message. You're paying attention and you care about their business. And here are examples ng personalization. Congrats on the recent 20 kilowatt installation. A very, very, very simple example. And I can add like another line or two with this one. Just an example lang naman, or sense of direction sa kung anong klaseng personalization ang pwedeng gamitin. Number 2, I noticed that your clinic gets a lot of 4 to 5 star reviews. I even love the fact that this customer said this and this and that, X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. Personalization. Number 3, I saw that you just launched a new service. It caught my attention because I'm sure that your customers would love the fact that this and that and X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. So just take that time out of your day na tignan yung business or yung accounts nila. And you should keep this 1 to 3 sentences only. Keep it specific and genuine. Or hindi mo naman kailangan maging plastic for this one. You're just showing na you took a look at their account and you say something about what's the recent happening sa kanila, or recent event sa kanila, or an observation sa ano nila, sa current business nila. Okay? That's personalization. And later, yun nga, may example naman above, and so we'll go through the example later kung ano yung tsura nito sa actual messaging. So that's 1, personalization. Each touch point na you-send out mo should start with a personalization, whether it's email, DM, maybe even cold calling, and alongside the other methods, maybe even sa pagpo-post sa LinkedIn or Facebook. So that's 1, personalization. Number 2 is problem. Problem is observation-based. Okay? So you should never accuse them of a problem. It's the reason why I am a huge fan of saying yung line na, not sure if you're currently working on that or just haven't had the time yet. Ito, ilagay ko naman pala. Not sure if you're already working on this or just haven't had the time yet. So parang magbabanggit ka ng problem sa nila, tulad niyan, I noticed that you guys didn't have a solar savings calculator on your website. Not sure if you're currently working on that or just haven't had the time yet. Something like that. Very, very simple na, we can do better than that line. But binigyan ko lang kayo ng very simple example. I noticed that X, Y, and Z, or it seems like, it looks like X, Y, and Z, this and that. It looks like you guys don't have like a chatbot to answer 24/7 questions, yada, yada, yada. Problem. Just show the problem or the reason why you're reaching out. Let them know about the problem that you're reaching out. They want you to be straight to the point kung bakit ka nag-reach out, kumbaga. So examples, I noticed that your site doesn't have an instant responder. That's one. Number two, it looks like inquiries are only handled during business hours. It seems like inquiries are only handled during business hours. Number three, I didn't see a booking system on your site. Didn't see a way for your customers to easily book through your website. Not sure if you're currently working on that or just haven't had the time yet. So yeah, that's two. Problem. Okay. Next, let's move forward. Solution. This is what you built, which is yung paulit-ulit kong sinasabi since day one, you're solving one problem using one solution, using one system, kumbaga, one system as the solution to that problem. This is where you introduce what you built. And dito nyo ma-realize why it is essential na you know your way around with your system. It is essential na may package mo yung system mo. And it is essential na ma-visualize mo how you would be demonstrating how your systems work, kumbaga. Because dito na siya magiging effective if gumagawa ka na ng mga touch points, if nag-send out ka ng mga messages or emails, magiging effective yun if you know your way around your systems, if you know the value of your systems, if you know the problems na sinasolve ng system mo, and if you know the ROI behind your system. I'll say it again. You're doing them a service. You're helping them out with their business because you know for a fact na by researching about their industry average, you know how much they are potentially losing by not having your system, and you know how much they could save by switching to your system. Okay? So going forward, so sa solution na section ng messaging mo, you're not gonna introduce what you build not as a pitch na parang nagbebenta ka kagad, but as a helpful tool, and you're still figuring it out if helpful ba talaga sa kanila. You're still figuring it out if it fits their current business, if it fits their current situation, if it fits yung current challenge na tinatry nilang i-solve. Look at it that way. Yung initial touch point nyo, you're not trying to sell kagad, you're not trying to say the price kagad and magbibigay kagad sila sa inyo sa bank account nyo ng pera. Not that way yung mga initial touch points. You need to try to figure out if it fits yung current model nila and if it fits yung current situation nila, yung current system na meron ka. Okay? So examples, I built a simple AA system that answers inquiries automatically. I made a tool that qualifies leads and books appointments around the clock. I created a calculator that you can easily embed on your site. It should be able to answer this and that, X, Y, and Z. And it's very important, by the way, na hindi kayo gumawa ng nobela sa kung ano yung kayang gawin ng AI system nyo. Please, for the love of God, sorry sa language, but huwag kayo gagawa ng 7-paragraph email. I have made that mistake before, nakakaya isipin, nakakaya alalahanin, but I've sent like 6-paragraph na email before. Nobody will read that. I'll show you an example later of what's highly effective, but just please, huwag kayo mag-send ng 4, 5, 7-paragraph na multiple sentences just explaining how your AI system works. Okay? It's very important sa solution section and even in the overall messaging, it's very important you keep it short, clear, and outcome or transformation or results focused. You need to be able to share with them yung benefit, yung transformation, or yung result na kayang i-deliver ng system mo. And you're not supposed to talk about your system. You're not supposed to say yung technical stuff behind the scenes. You're not supposed to say prompt engineering. You're not supposed to say knowledge base. You're not supposed to mention it can, yung may workflow behind all of this and my triggers and actions and all that. You're not supposed to say that. Mention the transformation or the outcome or the results na possible with your system. Mr. Client, this can answer questions 24/7. It can answer questions while you sleep at the middle of the night and someone has a problem. And in the morning, nakapag-build na siya ng trust with that customer, and there's a high likelihood that they'll move forward with your business. That is something that they can easily understand. And so you focus on talking about the outcome, the transformation, and the results na kayang i-deliver ng system mo. Does that make sense? I'm hoping that makes sense. All right. Solution. Moving forward, last piece of the puzzle when it comes to generating your first touch point is the soft CTA. You're not supposed to mention, like, soft CTA siya for a reason. Tinawag ko siyang soft CTA for a reason. You're not supposed to mention na it's priced as this much. You're not supposed to mention na let's book a call kaagad. Okay? Some people do that. It works for other people, but I would say it's quite an easier yes for them. It's quite an easy decision for them to say yes to what you're saying if you have a soft CTA. And by the way, CTA means call to action. Kumbaga, what kind of step do you want them to take for you guys to move forward? Yun yung CTA. So for the last step or for the last piece of the puzzle ng messaging mo, you need a soft CTA. This shouldn't be a pitch, and do not sell your service or system immediately. You should not say, na, Mr. Client, this is $500 per month. Yes or no? Don't do that. So you're not selling here, you're opening a conversation. If there's anything na binebenta mo dito, it is the meeting. Yung magkaroon kayo ng chance to hop on a call, find out more, and you guys could find out if it fits. Kumbaga, you guys could find out if it works for them and if it works for you, kumbaga, yung magiging project. And so, you're literally not selling kagad sa first touch points mo. And examples ng soft CTA. Would you mind if I send more information? Mind if I send more info? This sounds quite informal, and it is meant to sound quite informal. Mind if I send more info? Ang complete word niyan, syempre, information, right? Do you like me to send more information? But keeping it sounding like a text from a buddy of yours, keeping it sounding like a text from your friend of yours. Mind if I send more info? Question mark. Mas friendly siya, and it doesn't feel like may sales behind it, kumbaga. It lessens the sales barrier, kumbaga, ng mga tao. Number 2 example, want me to show you how it works? It's an easy yes, because for them it's like, yeah, for sure, curious siya, and like, yeah, show me how it works. It's like an easy yes for them. And the more soft yes na nakuha mo for them, the more that you develop the relationship and the more that you develop the trust with that client or potential client. Would it help if I can show you a quick demo of how the system works? Would it help if I send you a Loom video demonstrating how it works, Mr. Client? Would it help if I demo the system to you in real time? Question mark. Ganun. Pro tip, you can also use shortcuts. This is like, maybe may ibang tao na hindi agree sa akin dito, but like, I'm a fan of using this. You can use shortcuts such as this one, LMK. For other people, alam nila yan, let me know meaning yan. And for other people, they don't know LMK. But if you use shortcuts, if you keep it less formal and gumagamit ka ng shortcuts, not too much, but if nilalagyan mo ng hints ng shortcuts, it seems more friendly and it seems more parang, text neutral, or parang friend lang yung nag-ano sa'yo. It's just a friend, casual, yes, that's the word, Ma'am Katrina, yes. It sounds really casual, nothing formal, nothing too salesy, nothing na parang nothing pure business talk. And so that's like a pro tip. And kung gagamit ka mga shortcuts, maybe isa lang, or maybe, I don't think gumamit ka ng dalawa dapat. Maybe isa lang per message na sinasend mo. So, ayan. So, sa soft CTA, keep it a soft call to action. You're not hard selling kagad. Keep it humanized, of course. Keep it a low pressure, yes. No commitments dapat kagad. And ayun, an easy yes for them. It should be an easy yes for them. So, as an example, do you mind if I send you a Loom video demonstrating to you how it works? For them, it's just a Loom video that they can watch. Wala silang binabayad, wala silang nire-risk, walang anything. It's a soft yes. It's a soft CTA. Keep it soft. All right. So moving forward, here's an example. Hey Andrew, I saw that you guys recently installed a 20 kilowatt system for a commercial building in Texas. Also, Merck must have been a fun project for you guys. Anyway, I took a look at your site and noticed that you don't have an automated way to answer inquiries or qualify visitors yet. Not sure if that's something currently you're already working on or just haven't had the time to set up. I actually built SunPeak Solar, a simple AI assistant that answers common questions, qualifies leads, and helps book consultations automatically. Would you mind if I send more info? Question mark. Here's another example. Hey Andrew, I saw that you guys recently installed a 20 kilowatt system for a commercial building in Texas. Must have been a fun project. I took a look at your site and noticed that there isn't an automated way for visitors to quickly see their potential savings or get instant answers. Not sure if that's something you're currently working on already. Not sure if that's something you're already working on though. Anyway, I built a simple AI-powered tool for SunPeak Solar that calculates savings, answers common questions, and captures qualified leads automatically. Want me to send more info? Question mark. Let me know. LMK, tas math. Very simple. And by the way, sa baba, yung name nyo, wag nyo susundan ng parang company name na parang The Colony. Sorry, ganyan. Wag nyo susundan. Okay? Please. So we're trying to make this sound as friendly and as neutral, as casual as possible. Wag niyo susundan ng company name na parang ano, AI automations, ganun. Okay? Just keep it ganyan, Matt or Matthew Gavin. Yun. Keep it very simple and casual. Does this make sense so far? The four elements. You can see in here yung personalization, problem, solution, soft CTA, right? W, thank you so much to W. Personalization, problem, solution, CTA, soft CTA. You can apply this sa messaging, sa DMs, sa emails, and all that. And yeah, ayun. At least may idea kayo on how to actually reach out the right way, kumbaga. So, moving forward sa step number 3, dito medyo mabilis na tayo because manipis na lang yung other steps. Step 3, expect rejections. If you can embrace rejections, you are already winning by default. I know someone na kaya mag-embrace ng rejections again and again and again, and he is already winning by default. In fact, nandito siya sa atin ngayon. Like yeah. I'll let you guys know more about this in just a second here. But if you can embrace rejections, you're already winning by default, and it's so easy if you can embrace rejections. Maybe if nagti-TikTok kayo, you guys have seen Giuliano Masirelli ba yun? Yung Wolf of Insurance. Nagko-cold call siya ng mga life insurance, and then pag may rejection, sinasayaw niya lang, and then parang, all right, next. Kasi ini-embrace niya yung rejection. And for him, it's like part of the game, yung rejection. Next ka, tatawagan niya. And so, he is already winning by default because paano mo patatalunin yung guy? Kinakain niya lang yung rejections na para bang basic lang talaga, kumbaga. And so, not everyone will reply. This is not a failure kapag hindi sila nagre-reply. Kapag hindi nila kinukuha yung offer mo, pag hindi sila nag-hop on a call with you, this is not a failure. The only failure is giving up and not taking action. Keep that in mind. As long as you're in the game, as long as you're improving every day, as long as you're taking optimizations, you're still taking one step in front of the other, you're still putting one foot in front of the other, taking necessary steps, improving your work, refining your offer, refining your chatbot, understanding more about your niche, delivering your offer again, sending out messages again and again, doing the boring work. As long as you keep on doing that, you're actually winning. The only failure na kaya mong gawin is to stop dahil lang walang pumatol sa offer mo. And this is not about convincing everyone. You're not supposed to sell sa lahat ng solar companies globally. You just can't do that. Nobody can do that na lahat ng solar companies working with a single monopolized company. Mas maraming magre-reject sa'yo kaysa sa kukuha sa'yo, kumbaga. The goal here is not to convince everyone. It is all about finding the right ones na fit for your stuff. There are solar companies na naghahanap as we speak ng people na marunong sa AI because they're trying to gain an edge on their competitors. There are solar companies or maybe even dental clinics na they know for a fact, oh, this day and age, we're moving towards AI. Bakit hindi ko lagyan ng AI yung business ko just so malaman ko ibang dental clinics and they don't know where to start and they don't have the time to figure it out and they need your help. So you're doing them a service by offering them your system. Outreach is a numbers game. Fortunately for you, you have free method, multiple free methods, 3 methods para mag-generate ng unlimited amount of leads. You already know how to message them. Personalization, problem, solution, soft CTA. And outreach is a numbers game. Darating sa point, tulad ng paulit-ulit ko sinasabi, this will get boring. But outreach is a numbers game. Kahit naman sa freelancing lang, sa job boards and sending out applications, it's all numbers game. And the way I'd like you guys to visualize numbers game, do you think if nag-reach out ka ng 5,000 different solar companies, 5,000 different solar companies, and then may isa doon na kinuha yung offer mo, binayaran ka ng $500 per month, do you think swerte ka? Do you think sinwerte ka for finding that one solar company out of 5,000? It's not. So you're winning by default by sticking to the numbers game. You're winning by statistics. So ayun, it's a numbers game. It's the boring work that nobody wants to do, but this is the part where you stand out because not everyone is willing to do the boring work. And if you push through the boring work, if you push through yung dark tunnel and you find the light at the end of it, you'll win. Your job is not to be perfect, but to be consistent. Okay? All right. Moving forward, step 4. Invite interested leads to a call. If there's anyone interested, call ang ibinibenta nyo dapat. Not the system kagad na parang there will be people or there will be clients na hihingi agad ng price, like how much. Don't mention the price kagad. If someone replies positively, your goal is very simple. Invite them for a call so they can find out more and see if your system is a good fit for their business. You can say something along the lines of, I can walk you through how it works in just 15 minutes. How does your calendar look like this week? How does your calendar look like next week? Are you a morning person or you prefer meetings at the evening? Are you a morning person or you prefer afternoon meetings? How does your Thursday look like, Mr. Client? You can say something along those lines if you're if interested na sila and you'd like to demonstrate it even more to them, and you can literally mention it to them that you just want to find out if it fits to their business and if it can actually bring in a value to their business, and they wouldn't mind that, of course. Mga business owners yan, they will get it. Again, you're not selling in DMs, you're inviting them to see how it works. Okay? And the pro tip, like you said, never mention the price at this stage. If nag-uusap pa lang kayo back and forth, first couple of emails, first couple of DMs, don't mention the price kagad. They will ask for it. May mga tao mag-a-ask agad yan, magkano. The moment na you mention mo yung price without demonstrating the value of your system, high likelihood na matatalo ka dun or mawawala yung potential, mawawala yung opportunity because you failed to demonstrate the value, you failed to demonstrate the ROI of your system before you mention the price. And it's very important you hop on a call. Yun nga, it's very important na mag-hop ka muna kayo ng call para ma-demonstrate mo yung value, ma-show mo yung ROI, ma-show mo yung case studies na inipon mo probably, na you can talk a little bit about the numbers and show why it's a clear ROI na yung system mo, it just fits for them, kumbaga. That's how you sell. Now, here's a simple demo na flow when you get on a call. Number 1, build rapport. Hindi to yung tipong, how's the weather today? Although you can start there for, let's say, complete beginners. Ask me weather. But it's a very common one. You can be creative with building rapport. Na parang ano, I've been on back-to-back calls all morning, but I love what I do. How's everything on your end? You know, something like that. Keep it casual. Talk about something. Talk about their background. Kung makikita nyo may bubuyog ako sa background ko, it's for building rapport as well. Talk about their background. Talk about whatever it is. Just build like a very slight conversation or build a very slight relationship. How's your day so far? It's a very simple one. You can even ask that. Yung how's your day so far? How's your Monday so far? My brother, how's your 2026 so far? And if maybe may alam ka na news about them, oh, I've heard about this and this and that, the news, how is it? Is it affecting some of the businesses? Ganito ganyan. And like talk just slight. I love your accent. Don't be weird, okay? Don't be weird. Okay. Anyway, don't get them uncomfortable. I love your accent. I don't think I don't know. I don't know. Haven't tried that. But moving forward, get straight to the point. After building rapport for like roughly 5 minutes, you're not there to chat with them, kumbaga. So maybe 3 to 5 minutes, build a rapport, talk casually, kumbaga, but get straight to the point. Mr. Client, I know you're a very busy person, and I don't want to take too much of your time. And so, do you mind if I just jump right into it and show you and walk you through how the AI system works? And so, syempre, you're gonna ask for permission to move forward, and he will most definitely give you the permission to move forward. Share your screen, show how the AI works, demonstrate mo yung test sa GoI level. You should have the panel there na matetest mo yung system. Demonstrate mo how it works, and pakita mo na kunwari ikaw yung customer nag-chat doon, and let him imagine kung ano yung kalalabasan nun, and let him actually see kung ano kalalabasan nun if yun, yung chatbot na yun, ay nasa web chat widget nila, or nasa Facebook page nila, or nasa IG page din nila, maybe even sa WhatsApp, maybe even sa SMS number, so that you can let them know na all channels and all areas are covered by a singular bot without hiring another VA, without hiring customer support. Explain the result, showcase studies and articles with actual numbers. It's part of your homework na at least have those numbers at the back of your mind, na know those numbers at the back of your mind. Na parang 70% of the solar companies in the USA are this and that. We can have a clear edge if we do X, Y, and Z. So just know the numbers at the back of your mind, and you can mention it to them na I've seen a case study before, na ganito ganyan, and that's why I'm trying to solve this problem, because if we can do this according to industry average, it could lead to this and that. Extra credentials in for you, and extra credibility because you did your homework, because may dala-dala kang numbers, you're easily believable by that point. Explain why your offer matters, and then present your offer. Of course, by the end of it, they might be hesitant if if like they don't resonate with what you're saying. So by then, wag mo na i-present yung offer. Like talk about the system more muna, talk about their concerns, talk about their questions muna, and you will know it kapag within that call, you will know it if they're already asking for the investment, if they're already asking magkano kalalabasan nito ganyan. And I'm really hoping na you guys understand the ROI of your system. And to for you guys to understand the ROI of your system, first and foremost, backtrack tayong konti. For you to understand the ROI, compare it to the price of hiring someone to answer all channels, and compare it as well. No, actually, sorry, not compare it, but show them a na potential amount of additional revenue for their business if makakasign ng one or two client for a high ticket niche. That's the ROI, and mapapakita mo dun na with just $400 $500 per month, may ROI yung sistema mo. A very simple na system, may ROI yun. So there we go. Step 5. Are you guys still with me so far? This is the homework part na. Step 5, your homework by the end of the day or within the next 24 hours, should have chosen already one method of outreach, one method to generate leads. So I'm hoping you guys find your leads. It's very simple. You have sent real messages or sparked engagements, and you have started at least one real conversation. Now, naghanda ako dito ng final questions alongside final writer downers, stuff for you guys to write down on your own notes. But final questions, do you now understand how to get leads completely for free using one of the three methods na we just covered earlier? Do you guys get that? Can we get the W's if na-gets nyo siya? The three methods na completely for free? Okay? Okay? Do you understand how you should structure your first touch point? Yung personalization, problem, solution, soft CTA? And do you guys understand why it makes sense na ganun dapat yung start? Thanks to W. I'm hoping you guys are following along and nothing sounds like Albert Einstein crazy. Do you now understand why being able to demonstrate it matters? Do you now understand bakit kailangan nyo ma-visualize how you'd be able to demonstrate it? And if you have to, you can practice it on a mirror. You can practice it with ChatGPT voice version ni ChatGPT na mag-pretend siya na solar company owner, and you can demonstrate how it works just by speaking to ChatGPT. Do you now understand why it's that valuable na alam yung paano i-demonstrate yung system, let alone build a system? I'm hoping, yeah, naintindihan yan. So here's my last writer downers. If there's anything na you guys should take down notes on or there's anything na you guys should write down sa notes nyo, prepare ko talaga to for the last one. Number one, you are bound to be rejected. It's just the reality. 100% you are bound to be rejected. Meron at merong opportunity na hindi tatanggap ng offer mo. You're bound to make mistakes. You are bound to have a flaw in your AI system. Yung AI system mo, it's bound to break later. Kahit ba gaano karaming oras mong spend to develop it, it's bound to make errors later. And you won't be able to have the most or the perfect setup. You just need to accept this. It's reality and you can't bend this. It's bound to happen and you won't have the perfect setup initially, okay? You will never feel ready as well. And actually, I've heard about the same video again kanina, and it's that some people, they think they need the perfect conditions for them to start. Oh, kailangan ko muna magkape. Kailangan ko muna matulog ng ganito karaming oras. Kailangan ko muna ng ganito ganyan. Hindi pa kasi malinis yung ganito ganyan. Some people, they think that they need the perfect conditions for them to feel ready. When the reality is starting and getting into action is the moment that you are ready. So you're just waiting for yourself to take action. It will always be uncomfortable because you're growing. Like, you can say this again and again sa sarili mo. It will always be uncomfortable, lalo na hindi mo to, maybe you guys haven't done this before, and the mere fact na you're attending trainings like this is because you're learning it. And ayun, yung reality, it will always be uncomfortable because you are growing. If it was comfortable, you have probably done it before and you're not growing too much. And so accept the fact na uncomfortable siya, but you will still move forward. You are coming from a place of help, and if they don't want it, they won't put you in jail. Hindi ka nila hahabulin. They won't fly out to the Philippines, hahanapin ka sa location mo, sa address mo, and papakulong ka. Okay? Natanggal kayo mga anxiety nyo. You can play it out. If they reject you, na-disappoint sila sa system mo, na-disappoint sila sa'yo, what happens next? Okay? Hindi ka nila ipapahulong. Maybe like a worst case scenario, you just won't have you would just have like a negative review, but hindi ka nila ipapahulong. And you're not gonna die. That's another thing. That's like my last straw whenever I'm nervous about anything. Ikakamatay ko ba to? Probably not. Proceed. Right or downers. You're not gonna die. So take the action and improve from there. The mere fact that this is hard is the reason why not a lot of people has it. And that's why people who are willing to go through hardships are the ones that are most rewarded. Okay? The mere fact that this is hard is the reason why not a lot of people has it. And the reason why sa colony community, 10,000 members, 70% ay level 1 lang, and only 30% ay level 3 and up, it's because, ayun, for people, mahirapan lang ng konti. They're looking for the next quick and easy money na ma-generate. Take hardships as a good sign. It only means that not a lot of people will be willing to go through what you're going through, which makes it an easy win for you. Yung sinasabi ko earlier. Take it as a good sign. Mahirapan lang sila for them kasi mahirapan sila, but you will have the grit, the tenacity to move forward, and you'll be able to move forward because you just know for a fact na kaya mo i-embrace yung rejections and you're not gonna die. You will be demotivated later, and it's up to how disciplined you are if you're willing to go through the boring work and win later. You will be demotivated by doing the same thing over and over again, and I don't want you guys to be distracted with the fancy strategies na makikita nyo out there because it all boils down to how well you guys do the fundamentals, which I shared within the 3-day sprint. I'll say it again, it all boils down to the core fundamentals, how well you guys do the core fundamentals na shinare ko within the 3-day sprint. So don't try to be fancy. Make this work first bago kayo maging fancy later with the strategies. It might take less than a month, might take 3 months, or maybe even 8 months or a year. But when it rains, it pours. Once you sign your very, very first client, which will be very fulfilling, when it rains, it pours. It could lead to multiple referrals, you copying and pasting your current system and then implement mo sa same solar company, you're still solving the same problem. Your bot is now well developed. You already have like systems for building the right chatbot. You already have the right prompts. You already have the right knowledge base. You already understand how to actually build stuff, how to actually sell it. You understand more and more about the type of problems na sinasolve mo for for the same type of business. And when it rains, it pours. Might take less than a month, 3 months, 8 months, a year, maybe even 2 years. But I'm telling you, when it rains, it pours. If panahon mo na, it's your time to shine. You will get there. Everyone can get there, actually. The bigger the plane, the longer the runway. Maybe hindi nyo na-gets yun. The bigger the plane, the longer the runway. The bigger the money na tinatry nyong i-aim for later, maybe it's 6 digits, maybe like in 10 years, it's 7 digits yung goal nyo. The bigger the plane, the longer the runway. The bigger the money na tinatarget nyo, the longer the timeline yung dapat nyong i-have in mind, i-put into mind. Because if you have a small runway, a small time horizon, you only have a small plane. And a small plane typically flies fast, nakaka-ascend ng mabilisan yan because it's so light. But then, konti lang fuel niyan, bababa rin yan sooner, very sooner than a Boeing plane. I hope that makes sense. The bigger the plane, the longer the runway. You currently have great resources that you need. You currently have the great resources that you need to win. Currently have the resources for you to be able to win. You have AI, you have YouTube University, the colony community, and weekly Q&As. Does that make sense so far for everyone? Let's get the W's. I'm trying to close down yung 3-day sprint. I'm hoping this was writer downers na naging effective for you guys na parang lenses na gagamitin nyo as you guys move forward. One last thing is that I asked Rocky, nandito si Rocky, I saw Rocky. I asked Rocky inside of the private colony community kasi just like you, he's still trying to sign his first client. And no shame to you, I'm not trying to shame him on this one. Pero siya yung tinanong ko because siya yung tulad nyo na maybe karamihan sa inyo nag-try pa lang mag-sign ng client. So tinanong ko siya, bro, pinakita ko sa akin yung 3-day sprint. After the 3-day sprint, what else do you think you would need as someone na naghahanap ng first client? What else do you think you would need in order for you to win after this 3-day sprint? And he simply said, nag-spark ka agad to sa isip ko eh, when he simply said, more guidance moving forward. So, that being said, I'd like to share quickly about this one. I have been throwing this around itong past 3 days. Okay? The colony community and private. I did a quick poll last night bago matulog. Roughly, basta last night. And at the time ng screenshot na to, I took note of the answers. I asked them, quick check, who here has already signed a JHL client, paid or free client? Paid na client or working for free just to get their first testimonials, and who's still working on their first one. I'd really appreciate it if you can answer the poll below. And according to their answers, roughly 2 out of 3 people already have a GoHighLevel client, meaning only 1 out of 3 is still working on their first. So most people here are already in execution mode, not theory mode. And here's what it looks like. 1 out of 3 people already has a client. And you know what happens if you're the third person and you have like 2 people beside you na merong sariling client. You know what happens next, right? You know what? This one. You're the next na magkakaroon ng client basically. And so here are people na gusto ko endorse because these are people na super active and they just love providing value to people. And I know I'm hoping nandito sila sa call right now. Si Jenny, first and foremost, you know, we call her Madam President kahit sa weekly Q&As na itong free group. Automation and system specialist. Super in-depth ng knowledge niya when it comes to integrating softwares and being able to have softwares communicate to each other. So, you know, Zapier to GoHighLevel to this one and this one, maybe like information about APIs and webhooks probably. But ayun, automation system specialist, you can be accountability bodies with Jenny. Kung I'm hoping it's Jenny. As long as si Sir Jomel, he's really great at client relationships, building relationships, mga onboarding guides, and like handling sales calls. Very comfortable si Sir Jomel dyan. I'm hoping he's here as well. Si Louie nagsalita kanina. We were chatting back and forth. If you guys need like an accountability partner when it comes to mindset and rejection handling, siya yung tinutukoy ko guys, by the way, na you're already winning by default if you can embrace rejections. Siya yung tipong tao, sinundan lang yung pro tips ko sa Mission 1.1 and he just took action, embraced rejection, kept on going despite the rejections, and now multiple opportunities na yung nangyayari sa kanya. Okay? And even si Ma'am Josel, email marketing specialist, all these people, the reason why na-endorse ko sila, it's because lahat ng nandyan, alongside the other people sa private community, they are willing to help out each and every single one, nag-ask ng questions and may struggles. So these are some of the people who are willing to help you out on a daily basis alongside me. I am active every single day sa loob ng private colony community and nasa daily live calls. So ito yung mga klaseng post dun. Yan, si Ma'am Jen. Design struggles, ito yung tools na makakatulong sa'yo. And if you click that, sobrang daming links niyan. How to get free 3 months ChatGPT Go, how to buy domain for just 100 pesos, beginner friendly. Thoughts ni Sir Jamel about AI na pinapalitan sila. Pinapalitan mga freelancers, grab my client onboarding guide, sharing my tried and tested client call scripts, some of the PDF files na sinishare ni Sir Jomel about his expertise. And here's our current calendar, daily live calls, every single day for the month of January. And by the month of February na rin, I'm already set na maglagay ng daily calls sa loob ng private calling community so that people can co-work there. And ayun, you can get literally daily support from me alongside these people na gumagaling na. And we're trying to fill out the map ng Philippines. You can see right here. Sinama ko yung screenshot. We have 2 sa north, majority within the Manila area, 31. 1 from Bicol, 6 around sa Cebu area, maybe sa Iloilo yung isa dyan. Then 5 sa Mindanao. I'm trying to fill out the map, trying to help out as much people as possible. And if you want to be connected with someone nearby, makikita mo sila sa map. It's just awesome to see yung map feature. And so all of that with the primary vision neto. Primary vision for the private colony community is that I'd like to turn the private colony community into a huge knowledge base filled with repeatable processes that you can replicate in order for you to sign more clients and make more money in the digital space. So, ayun. I'm hoping na mag-join kayo sa private colony community. Andito ba yung mga tao in-endorse ko? Sila Ma'am Jen, sila Ma'am President, si Jomel, Sir Joel, si Louie. So, if you guys want to be accountability partners with these people or you want these people to guide you as well privately, you can reach out to them and they'll get you joined in here. Sila na magpapa-join sa inyo. Coach, may free access na ba sa sub-account pag member ng private community? That's okay. Yung free sub, I'm actually not supposed to say this kasi inaasikaso ko siya. But since na-ask siya, I'm working on being able to provide sub-accounts for everyone sa loob ng private colony community. And it's a lot of process behind the scenes, working with GoHighLevel, working on my own account, and being able to just hand it out to people in there na tagi-isang sub-account. Yes, sir. Excited ko na kasama kayo till umaga, literal. Ayun, you can just send them a DM or you guys can just send your links in here. So if they want to join us, if they want daily guidance moving forward, it's all in here. Invite nyo na lang. Share ko lang sorry, give me a second. Sorry, sobrang solid sa private community. Joining the private community is already a win for me. Since I joined the community, I learned a lot and I am enjoying each day that I am in the community. Thank you, Coach. What out now? All right, Jose, thank you so much as well for tuning in. And I'm hoping to see you in there sa private community. If you need daily help, si Louie, nagsend na guys hanggang umaga talaga kami dun. And I want to reiterate this, the numbers. Roughly 2 out of 3 people already have a GHL client sa loob ng private colony community. And you're going to be the next one if you join and then you just surround yourself with people with clients and surround yourself with people operating from abundance. Guys, hanggang umaga talaga. Ayan, si Ma'am Jen. If you want Ma'am Jen to help you out personally, go through her link. There you go. And yeah, yun yung overall 3-day sprint. Let me give you guys the deliverables. I'll share this. Kasi finally tapos ko na siya. Public view link. Okay, I'm hoping hindi ko to maging public view lang naman to. So I'm hoping hindi siya editable. If maging editable naman siya, I'm very much hoping na hindi nyo siya sirain. Okay? Copy. And yeah, there you go. You can zoom in, move things around. You won't be able to edit anything. Viewable lang siya. Here's the link ng Canva. Guys, have it here first. You can now have that with you as some sort of a guide, sort of like a guide for you. And ayun, nandiyan na yung guides, yung mga links, nandiyan na yung if you want to review everything, it's all in there. Tapos na rin ang ating 3-day sprint. Ayun, let's go through Q&As. Kung may mga questions kayo. W Coach, thank you so much.